Sunrise, Florida. Please like, share, subscribe if you haven't. Let's get set up. Get our chat set up. Chat's good to go. Big game tonight. Huge game. Win or go home for the Oilers. Win or go home for the Oilers. Get our game cast set up. Skinner starting a net for Edmonton. Borowski for Florida. Game should get started any minute. Wait till we get some people in here. We'll start chopping it up. I believe the game will start just before 8:30.
Save on packet.
Florida, the favorite tonight, -165 betting odds. See what Edmonton can do. National anthem's coming up any second.
King Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the Stanley Cup Final. To public address announcer Andrew Imber.
Your attention to the ice and welcome tonight's hero among us. 98-year-old World War II veteran, Private Herbert Schwartz, United States Army Air Corps. Thank you for your service and dedication to our country. Please rise and remove your caps for the performance of our national anthems. Signed tonight by Florida resident and deaf performer with PXP, John Paul Javier. Here to perform O Canada and the Star Spangled Banner, please welcome Matthew Bishop.
O Canada, our home and native land.
National anthem time. Edmonton's back up against the wall. Stuart Skinner back in net to start tonight. Very interesting. Puck will drop at the end of the national anthems. I don't want to get a copyright infringement, so I'm not going to play the anthems.
And God for
What up, Gustavo? American National Anthem coming up next.
what so proudly bright and bright stars.
Oilers facing elimination tonight. Skinner back in the starting lineup. Borowski will be in net for the Panthers. Florida trying to end this series tonight at home. Sure, they don't want to go back to Edmonton. Sure, their crowd's going to be fired up. Edmonton better bring it tonight. Boy, they better bring it. Or Florida's going to be lifting that cup up. Here we go. Game 6 starting right now. Been a hell of a series. Roberto Luongo, the choke artist for the Canucks.
Hall of Fame goaltender Roberto Luongo, currently a member of the club's front office here in Florida, getting the fans all fired up. Did he not do that for Game 7 last year? 359 days ago. Leon Draisaitl said this morning, you still haven't seen our best. We need to get to our game quicker. Matthew Tkachuk. We have to match the Oilers' desperation.
Here we go, face-off.
Sasha Barkov, opening face-off.
Won by
6
Florida.
underway. Panthers have scored first in each of the last 4 games. Edmonton offside, 10 seconds in.
I was going to say, a power play already.
Well, we talked about Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl Bush in the open. Connor McDavid's averaging 28 minutes a game. Now, that's a little inflated because of the overtimes that we've had in this series. But I think anything is on the table, right, Bush, when it comes to ice time especially for the big boys.
Oh, yeah. I think for them,
Icing on Florida.
will be critical because it'll allow them to play on separate lines. The problem in this series is that they've been behind too much, and they've
No
been
score,
forced to
game just
put
starting.
Leon and Connor together, and I think it's kind of worn them out. They looked to be out of gas last game in Game 5, but it's critical that Chris Knobloch and his crew gets the lead in this one.
Edmonton has led for just
Edmonton
under
wins the
30.
face-off shot.
In the entire
Blocked in
series,
front.
Block shot by Verhaeghe. Off the stick of Ekholm.
Edmonton chasing.
Florida has outscored Edmonton.
Florida comes out of their own end.
The first period, 7-0. As Forsling moves the puck in deep. Ekholm tied up behind the Edmonton goal. Corey Perry, who has 3 goals in the series. Nico Mikkola with the puck for Florida. Here's Marchand.
Ooh, nice hit by Perry.
Right off.
Laid Marchand out.
People don't know either. Marchand has to put it back on. He can continue to
Edmonton
play.
back the other way.
He's got to get off the ice.
Nice play by Jones. Loses his footing. Loses the puck.
Marchand 37.
Draisaitl with a big hit there as well.
There's a
Shot. Save Borowski. Loose puck. Borowski covers it up. Kane almost scored.
Well, one way to get yourself involved is either be hit or give a hit. Corey Perry knocks the helmet
Big hit
off
on
of
Marchand.
And then Draisaitl
Knocked his helmet
follows
off.
up right in on the forecheck. There goes
Draisaitl,
Mikkola.
big hit.
And then Evander Kane Bush gets a good chance on Bobrovsky.
Yeah, this all started with good pressure by Kapanen. Kasperi Kapanen got in.
Oilers
Jones blew a wheel, and that
looked
allowed
good early.
the second guy in there.
Hitting
Draisaitl,
hard.
eventually the chance for Kane. Good pace here to start this game 6.
Kapanen back in the lineup. A scratch. Game 5.
Ooh, Oilers win the faceoff.
Return for Edmonton has not played in each of the last.
Lose the puck in the corner.
Stetcher and Arvidsson out.
Florida clears to Draisaitl.
Way on Draisaitl. Minute and a half in, first period. Sunrise, Florida.
Here's Oilers.
Oilers
Shot
looking to stay
blocked
alive.
by the Florida defense.
7 on home ice.
Good job by Rodriguez.
15 goals for the Stanley Cup playoffs, leading the league.
Nice move, Bennett.
Ball back and shot.
Shot wide.
Big Draisaitl.
Mikkola kept it alive. Knocked it down.
Good job by Mikkola keeping it in.
Mikkola carries in deep. Defended by Trent Frederick.
Dumps it behind the net. Bennett
Back around to Sam Bennett.
dumps it back.
Behind the net.
Took a shot.
Draisaitl back to play the puck for the Oilers.
Draisaitl comes up with it.
Edmonton comes out of their zone. Darnell Nurse.
Edmonton dumps it in. Chasing.
Gets man to it. Sends the puck around behind the net. Kane is out of there. Bumped by Mikkola.
Edmonton fighting in the corner.
Now Henry works it out.
Florida can't clear. Shot wide.
Henry tied up in the corner. Gets the puck alive. Here's Frederick. A long time.
Edmonton out to the point.
Wallman.
D to D.
Klingberg with it.
Dumped in back of the net.
Gets Skinner. Goes the puck.
Back around to the other corner.
Frederick out to the point.
Shot
Got the puck
wide. Ooh.
Klingberg.
Borowski didn't know where that was. Good job by Edmonton keeping it in.
Skinner
Oof.
misses the net.
Long shift here for Mikkola and Jones.
That's
Ooh, nice shot. Tough save, Borowski again. Edmonton doing a much better job keeping the puck in tonight. Couple good opportunities early for the Oilers. Borowski barely making both saves.
On the long shift for Mikkola.
One from Kane.
Directed on the win, and you're right, Mikkola, a little bit of a drive-by screen on Bobrovsky as
Oof.
Klingberg is able to get that puck towards the net.
Another shot by
The Oilers
Skinner.
to spend some time in the offensive zone. Got the fourth
They got to
line
keep
of the
shooting on Borowski. They can win this game.
Forced to make a couple of saves here early on.
Face off in the Florida end.
Edmonton Oilers with the
It's
first
going to be
4
to the
shots.
left of Borowski.
Their D very active, very noticeable. We saw Darnell Nurse. I'm going to say he was leading the rush, but certainly he was.
4 shots on goal for Edmonton, none for Florida.
Got the puck, so Oilers defense looks fresh after really a tough game 5.
Loose puck off the face-off.
4-5.
Florida still can't clear.
Only one game between 4 and 5
Finally do.
years between
Rodriguez gets it up the wing. Florida dumps it in to Chuck, chasing. Rodriguez, Bennett, big hit. Brown trying to get the puck, finally does, then loses it. Puck sent back out to the point. Dumped him back. Rodriguez back out to the point. Schmidt fires, almost scored. Nice save by Skinner. Ooh. Edmonton comes up with the puck, clears their zone.
Stepped into by Kulikov. Both teams make changes. 4 minutes gone in period.
Kulak with the puck in back of his own net.
Panthers lead the series 3 games to 2.
Verhaeghe, nice forecheck. Edmonton
Sent into the Florida zone.
loses the puck in the neutral zone.
By Forsling. Sam Reinhart, who has scored a goal in 3 consecutive
Florida
games.
dumps it in. Skinner plays it in back of his own net.
The boards. Markov back on his skates.
Florida
Tripped him up there.
trying to center the puck and they can't.
Collision there, no opportunity for it.
Fighting in back of the Edmonton goal.
Got right back up. Good to see.
Bouchard comes away with it. I believe we got it to Ekholm.
Draisaitl works it back. Now across from Ekholm to Bouchard.
Bouchard can't clear. Here's Reinhart. Shot, scores. Florida leads 1-0. It was Verhaeghe, excuse me. I thought it was 13. It ended up being 23. Did I fuck that up? No, it was Reinhart. I knew it. Reinhart with the goal.
Turnover by Evan Bouchard, and then
Bouchard with the turnover. 1-0 Florida.
steal, and watch this move.
Edmonton continues to beat themselves.
And then all in one motion, he goes backhand, forehand, far side on Stuart Skinner. And the Florida Panthers with a 1-0 lead.
Ekholm simply can't get beat there. He goes for the puck, does not get body, and Reinhart takes it from his backhand to his forehand. It changes the angle of the puck by about 3 to 4 feet. Sees the far side of the net. Panthers get the start they were looking for.
Scored first for the 5th consecutive game. Sam Reinhart scored the Stanley Cup winning goal in this building against Edmonton in Game 7 last June. Shot by Lundell was blown by Skinner.
Florida leaving off where they left off.
Pass, take ice, but watch the bobble by Bouchard. He's got it. It's right in his knees. And then he just tries to settle it down. And Bush makes a great point. Ekholm's got to get one of two things. Either the puck or the man. And he gets nothing.
Too easy for
Reinhart.
Reinhart. Florida again. Tough save, Skinner.
That's stopped by Skinner.
Wow. Just like that, Edmonton was outplaying them. They fell asleep for a minute.
8-0 over the last 4 games.
One nothing Florida. 15:03 to go in the first.
Stuart Skinner.
Well, with the greatest trophy in all of professional sports in the building, this place has been electric.
Face off. Won by Florida. In front, save Skinner. Skinner's getting peppered. Had to make 2 incredible saves. Almost made 3.
Pokes it into the corner and reaches out of there.
Edmonton down early again.
Kulak chasing. Nosek with the puck.
Great back check there by Nosek.
Good job by Florida. They get it right out.
AJ Greer.
Here's Greer.
Up to him.
Dumps it in back of the net.
Moves it into the corner.
Retrieved by Kulak.
Oilers clear the zone. Kapanen looking for it. Puck was behind him.
Florida steals the puck in the neutral zone again.
Sam Reinhart with a goal in 4 consecutive games.
Stolen. Here's the Oilers with a chance.
Here's Klingberg.
They turn the puck over.
Schmidt. Too far for Bennett.
Florida clears back to Edmonton.
Klingberg with 6 minutes gone in period 1. Bennett back into his own zone for Schmidt. Evan Rodriguez tied up by Klingberg. Rodriguez back to the ice. And now it's Nugent Hopkins for Edmonton. Wallman sends in deep. Schmidt. Back for Florida. Kapanen comes over.
Edmonton fights to keep it in, but they can't.
2-on-2. Reinhart, who has the opening goal. Running wide, and then Wallman knocks it off his stick. Markov over to pick it up for Florida. Vander Kane hit by Reinhart. Held it at the line by Verhaeghe. Give and go. Carter Verhaeghe maintains control of the puck.
Florida's threatening.
Aaron Ekblad shot was blocked and out of the zone. Barry back across.
Why did Edmonton change lines right there? Almost cost them a goal.
Marchand just off the bench. Puck hopped over his stick. for McDavid. McDavid and Draisaitl out here with Perry.
Got a TV timeout right around the corner. That's for
Florida right out of their own end. Every chance.
The big boys together
They get-
as Florida ices it.
Being icing on Florida. 1-0 Florida.
6 players on each Olympic roster.
12:42 to go in the first. Edmonton with 5 shots on goal. Florida with 4. Skinner being left hung out to dry in this first period again. Face-off to the right of Borowski.
4:36.
Florida wins it.
Period 1 to give the Panthers the
Get it
lead.
right out of
Game
their end.
6. That call with the puck for the Oilers. Edmonton had the first 5 shots. Florida the last 4. Now Corey Perry turns on goal.
Borowski's going to cover up. Be another face-off
The television
to
timeout.
the right of
The heavy
Borowski
mention was coming.
after the TV timeout. Florida leads 1-0 on a Reinhardt goal on a turnover by Bouchard. And Ekholm made a horrible play. 1-0 Florida, TV timeout. Little under 13 to go in the first period. Please like, share, subscribe. Hope everyone's having a good week. Florida does not play around with that puck in their own end. The minute they get a chance to take the puck and get it out, they do. They don't fuck around. And that's why they're winning this series. They do not mess around with the puck in their own end. Edmonton does. That's why Edmonton got scored on. Florida don't even let Edmonton get anything going. The minute that puck comes over the blue line, they get it back and they send it back the other way. Whether it's an icing or into the neutral zone, they do not even let Edmonton get any type of rhythm going. Any type of good shots for the most part. Edmonton is not as disciplined as Florida so far in this series, especially defensively. Especially defensively.
Game is about pressure. Not so much pressure here. This, a couple of unforced errors. First of all, a bad pass. Bouchard not advancing the puck. And then the beautiful finish for Reinhardt has gotten the Panthers off to a 1-0 lead in this game.
When you're an offensive player, Reinhardt, this is an overhead look. Stop it right here. Look at his positioning. He's here. So as a shooter, he's keeping his net. You see a lot more of the net when a goaltender is deep. And you see that puck advancing. The glove is low, all in one motion. I mean, it's just an incredible goal by Reinhardt. But it all depends on what the goaltender's positioning is, on where you place that shot. But when you're under duress like he was, you're just trying to advance it at any possible point.
McDavid, Draisaitl, Perry. Perry falls to the ice. Reinhardt pressing the puck along the wall. Forsling in as well for Florida. Panthers come away with it for Hagee. Backhands in from center. 8 minutes in, first period. 1-0 lead for the Panthers. Now Draisaitl bottled up, out to the ice. Hagee with the puck for Florida.
There's Florida.
Seth Jones.
Jones.
Wrist shot.
Wide.
And now the Oilers look to clear. Connor Brown moves it out of the zone. Nicola gives it away to Brown. Marchand pokes it ahead. Now close to read it.
Might have a penalty. Nope. Didn't close. It's close. Edmonton dumps it in. Chasing.
Denmark into the slot, picked off.
Good job, Edmonton, keeping it in. See if they can get something going.
Gives it away to Janmark.
Good job by the Florida D. Clear the puck again.
Good effort there by Kachuk, who came sprawling from his wing position to prevent a
Going to be an icing on Florida.
It came right back to him, and he was able to pitch it out into the neutral zone.
Face-off coming back into the Florida zone following the icing. Jackie.
Yeah, guys, for the Edmonton Oilers, so much talk this morning about getting off to a good start, trying to start this game with the lead. Obviously, that hasn't happened, but Paul Maurice talked about the starts for the Panthers yesterday, and he said, you know what, that team on the other side, there is no more dangerous team in the National Hockey League when their risk profile changes than the Edmonton Oilers. Leon Draisaitl talked about it.
Face-off to the right of Borowski. Florida up 1-0. Edmonton wins the face-off. Dumped in back of the net. Florida plays it. Trying to clear. Kept left in. Kept in by Edmonton. They go to the corner. Fighting with Lusterman for the puck. They win it back. Kane sends it around. Defenseman keeps it in. Back in back of the goal. Edmonton trying to get something going. Good puck movement. Shot. Wide. Save Borowski. And he'll cover up. And Evander Kane's fist fighting with someone in back of the net. Here we go. What's up, Jenny?
You want to be the only one, and maybe the officials call a couple here. They're going to take Bennett and Kane here. Giant beer. When it gets to 4-on-4, Bruce, I mean, there's a major advantage for the Edmonton Oilers. Major. Because McDavid and Draisaitl are going to play more than, what, Bruce, 60% of the 4-on-4 if there's
double
a
penalty?
So that's not a game. That is not a game. Brett's talked about that early in the series. You don't want to.
Looks like Tkachuk and Kane could be going to the penalty box. We'll see. Or Bennett. Kulak was in there too.
So if you're Florida, you gotta understand that. As you mentioned, Enzo, 4-on-4 clearly favors the Edmonton Oilers with McDavid and Draisaitl. You got the message.
So it's a 4-on-4. McDavid and Draisaitl come onto the ice for Edmonton. Kane in the penalty box, as well as Tkachuk. Face off to the right of Borowski. 1-0 Florida.
With a lot of that.
Florida wins the face-off. They dump it out. Oh, excuse me, Sam Bennett, not Tkachuk. Sam Bennett's in the penalty box. Here's Bouchard. Draisaitl. Bouchard shoots. Nice pad save. Kick save by Borowski. Edmonton. Draisaitl brings it into the end. Passes. McDavid shoots. Save. Oh, Kulak, excuse me.
1 minute remaining on the coincidental minor penalty.
4-on-4 for another minute.
4-on-4, a couple of good chances for the Oilers.
Oh, that might be a penalty. No call. Marchand went down. Here's the Panthers.
They continue to battle along the boards. Brown comes away with it.
Keeping it in.
Now it's Kulak.
Here's Kulak for the Oilers.
9 minutes remaining in the first. 1-0 lead for Florida.
35 seconds left on the 4-on-4. Here's Brown into the Florida zone. Nice check. Loses the puck.
One down. Pulls the puck out after the excellent defensive play by Seth Jones. Here's Klingberg. Back into the Panthers zone. Tied up by Schmidt. Rodriguez.
Nice job by Rodriguez.
Rodriguez and then for Hagee and then back for Schmidt.
And that's going to be it for the 4-on-4 in about 5 seconds. Nice play by Skinner. Edmonton with a chance.
Bennett and Kane return.
Stolen by Florida.
Too far for Bennett.
It's going to be an icing on Florida.
Icing. Well, we talked about it in the open and the importance of Gustav Forsling as a series.
8:08 to play in the first. 1-0 Florida. Sam Reinhart with the only goal of the game. 4-on-4 is over with. Both teams back to 5-on-5. Gonna have a face-off to the right of Borowski. Won by Edmonton.
full straight.
Ekholm.
Ekholm turned aside by Bobrovsky.
Saved by Borowski.
And Mikkola come together. Rodriguez and McDavid. Now Draisaitl swings it back out to Bouchard.
Nice move, Bouchard.
Bouchard
In front. Nothing. Good D.
Now McDavid on the puck for Edmonton.
Florida steals and clears the zone. Bouchard turns it over for Hagee. Shoot, save. Skinner.
Bouchard has really fought it. Turned the puck over unforced errors 2 or 3 times so far in this game.
Here's McDavid. Nice poke check by Borowski. McDavid couldn't even get a shot off.
Trying to get around Reinhart and simply surprise them.
Florida dumps it in. Barkov saves by Skinner.
Now Barkov and Reed beat him to the puck. Here's Kachuk. Back out.
Ooh.
Down from the top of the circle. Blocked and deflects.
Reinhart looking for his second goal of the night. Gets his shot deflected up into the stands or into the net. Beautiful poke check by Borowski on the other end. McDavid was about a second away from scoring if he didn't. Florida are up 1-0. TV timeout. 6:57 to go in the first. Florida looks good. Florida looks good. Edmonton's had chances. They just haven't capitalized. Haven't had a ton. 3 or 4. Borowski's been on point. Waiting for Borowski to have a tough game. Doesn't seem like it's going to happen. Even when goalies get hot, usually they have one game that can go the other way in a series that goes 6 or 7. Borowski just continues to be solid. Really solid.
You gotta bang it in.
Work hard for each other tonight. Work for each other, boys, huh? Right now!
So in game 7, they got nothing left. Let's get this thing done here. Enough is enough. Come on, Cap. Let's go, baby.
Florida. About 45 minutes from a Stanley Cup if things stay the way they do.
Well,
Yeah.
Chris trailing in this game, and most time, particularly that you're going to change things up, maybe take a few more chances besides putting 97 and 29 together?
I think we got off to a good start, and obviously we'd like to capitalize on some of those, but I think we're moving, we're skating, and I think that's the first and most important thing right now.
You like the physicality so far?
Absolutely. There's been big hits. There's a lot of emotion in this building right now. Both teams are physical, and it's going to be probably like that for 60 minutes.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Going to be an icing on Edmonton again? No.
Block second season as Oilers head coach. His first full season. Did to the Stanley Cup final twice. Lost in game 7 here.
Edmonton keeps it in.
Now they hope to extend their season.
Oh, they can't keep it in.
Good support there from Huck Coles and keep that play alive at the blue line. He's had some
Nurse
help
with
here
the puck in Edmonton's end.
defensively and the offensive zone.
D to D. Edmonton dumps it in.
Pumped it in by Janmark. Goes down by
Brown chasing Marchand. What a move by Marchand.
Pulls it over for the Oilers.
And Florida clears again.
Pulls it.
Edmonton dumps it back in.
Period 1.
Schmidt with the puck. Florida out of their own end.
That's the game's only goal.
Stolen by Edmonton.
On the first Florida shot.
Florida gets it back. Oh, lost their footing.
The insurgent offensively Oilers across to Kapanen.
Kapanen, nice shot. Blocked by the defenseman. Here's the Oilers. Shot. Save Borowski. Boom.
Well, Lundell steps in
That
front.
was a hell of a rip.
And it's up down by Marchand.
Bush, that's about the third or fourth time.
Big save, Borowski again.
Bobrovsky, at least from up top, doesn't look too sure where the puck is when it hits him.
He's giving up some rebounds. Edmonton's going to crash the net.
I think he was late picking that one up early on. Yeah, there was a couple of ones that kind of bobbled through his pads. I think at some point he would settle into it, though.
Here's Perry.
Corey Perry backs it up.
Draisaitl.
Out to the point.
Bouchard. Ekholm.
Now Ekholm.
Back in the net for McDavid. Can't handle the puck. Florida comes up with it. Ekholm keeps it in. And here comes Verhaeghe. Dumps it in. Florida out of trouble for the moment.
Out together once again.
Florida's got to do a better job on their shoot-ins. They did a much better job in Game 5.
Oh, here's Bennett. Shoot, what a save by Skinner. Shot blocked in front. Bouchard cleans up the mess. Oh, he took up a big hit. Turnover. Oh, too many passes. And Edmonton clears the puck.
He was just too...
Back the other way. Perry shot, save Borowski, rebound, no good. Edmonton keeps it in. Kulak. Over to Skinner, fires wide.
Kachuk got it for Florida.
And Kachuk
Puck up into the Florida bench.
has a puck deflected into the bench.
4:07 to go.
Wow.
First period. Bennett with a great chance.
Both teams with great chances there. Neither could score a goal. Very close from both. Oh, Florida leads 1-0. TV timeout. They're out to clean the ice again. They're having trouble with the ice down there tonight. You can tell. A lot of guys are slipping. Some trouble playing the puck. Handling the puck from both teams. 4:07 to go in the first. Panthers lead 1-0 on a goal from Sam Reinhart. Just under 5 minutes into the game. Please like, share, subscribe if you haven't. Hope everyone's having a good week. Hopefully we get a Game 7. This has been an awesome series. I would love to see a Game 7. Keep it going. I'm not a fan of either team, but it's been fun to watch. If Brad Marchand scores another goal tonight and that Florida wins, he better be the MVP. He might not even have to score another goal. If Florida wins tonight, he's my MVP right now. 6 goals. Got traded with like a month and a half to go in the season. Crazy. Oh, excuse me. Here we go. Should have a face-off around center ice.
The Carter Verhaeghe, look at the reaction by Bennett saying, yeah, I wish I could have pulled that thing back in and
Oh, wow.
put the puck on net.
Face-off to the right of Borowski. Edmonton wins it. Rodriguez and Kachuk dump the puck back the other way.
Kachuk's best of the postseason. It's the last couple of months of the regular season, following the injury suffered during the Four Nations. Puck sent along by Henrique. Seth Jones back to retrieve.
I think for Matthew Kachuk is when he is engaging physically and initiating. He's feeling good and feeling good about himself.
Both teams made changes. Forsling with the puck for the Panthers. Up the middle, Lostarinen. Now Marchand.
Oh, Florida had a good chance. Couldn't get a shot off.
On that back door. Excellent recovery there by the Oilers.
Hand pass stops play.
1-0 Florida. 3:06 to go.
Marchand to get there
In the first.
here to escape the
Oh,
jump.
Marchand threw one in front.
Perhaps
Almost got knocked in by
opportunity for
Nugent
Lundell.
Hopkins into his own
The
net.
teaching point there is, and Gretz talked about it back in Edmonton, of making sure that your stick is on the ice, whether you got two hands
Florida
on
wins
it
the
or
faceoff.
one. You just never know. If it's around your waist, you got no chance.
Uh-oh. Greer, backhand, saves Skinner. Puck out front, slap shot wide. Florida threatening.
Good stick there. Kulikov kept it away from Yanmark.
Big saves there by Skinner. I think
Skinner
the second
coming out
one
huge.
His fourth line for the Panthers.
Oilers can't clear the puck.
A couple of really good offensive shifts.
After the first shift they had in the game,
Finally do.
been real positive here in their last three shifts.
It's Edmonton.
His puck pulls it around for Brown. Up the boards,
Nobody
no
there.
Oiler in the vicinity. And the Panthers clear the puck
What
down
up,
ice.
Joe?
They've iced it with 2:21 on the clock here in the first.
Pretty simple formula for this
You too, buddy.
fourth line.
I didn't
Hard work,
notice you
pressure,
at
there's the
first.
save, and then the second one, oh, it was
With your new
Greer.
emblem,
Greer
with your
actually
new
got two.
thumbnail.
I thought it was Gadjevich, but he stuck.
Hope you're having a
stuck
good
his
day
stick
too,
in
buddy.
there. Try to say that 3 times fast. And Skinner makes a couple of
Yeah, both
really
goalies
nice
are playing
stops
well.
there. Surf, sand, and sun, Boosh.
Edmonton controls the faceoff. Chasing to the corner.
The sun the last couple of games here in South Florida.
Kane
87-degree day
fighting.
today.
Don't blow it warmer than that.
Kulikov gets it out. Reinhardt.
Last stick. Who wears the
Smith.
88.
Nope.
Bouncing puck
Florida
in the
clears it.
zone, and first is over for Edmonton. Now Barkov and Evander Kane. Under 2 to play in the period. Verhaeghe.
Here's Florida.
Pass. Shot
Oh, he
by
fanned
Ford.
on it. Wide open look.
Reinhardt couldn't get it through. Evander Kane pressured by Seth Jones. Barkov. Back out
Florida
to the right
keeps
point.
it in. 1:30 to play.
Baker with his long reach keeps it into the line.
Nice save by Skinner.
Now Marchand. Verhaeghe. Back out to the point. Seth Jones.
Nice pass by Jones.
Pass across.
Oh, looking for a Marchand back,
Tired guys out here for
back
Edmonton
post.
now.
Just missed the pass.
Marchand dropping it back.
Florida's going to get one. Ooh. Almost did there.
Now Draisaitl around Ekblad.
Here's Draisaitl. Nice move.
Draisaitl clears the zone. Looks to get it through to McDavid. Bouchard blocked off at the line.
Great job by Florida
Got one down.
defending that blue line.
Goes to Reedon.
What a pass. Oh, shoot, and a score. Kachuk. I told you they were going to get one. Puck was in the Oilers' end too much for too long. I think Kachuk put that one off the post. 2-0 Florida. 46.4 to go in the first.
Watch him buy some time. Wait, what are my options?
What a pass by Lester Needed.
Kachuk just jumped down the ice. Look at this. Wallman's there. He's fine. But watch Kane.
Hit him
He
right in the
drifts.
slot.
Or excuse me, that's McDavid. He drifts.
Bing,
and then
off the
Kachuk
post,
finds the
upper
other
90.
To me, it was
2-0 Panthers.
I'm not sure why Wallman backed
Beautiful
up so
shot.
much and gave time and space for
Florida
Luther
challenging
to make the
again.
play. I mean, Edmonton had numbers. Just kill the play early, didn't.
Edmonton
Traffic in front.
bites himself in the
Beautiful
ass
into the period.
again.
Well, here he is. And then now watch. He goes. And then eventually he goes and look at all the open ice in the middle.
Edmonton's forwards aren't getting back on
But
defense.
the patience by Lotsarina. He looked like he was going to give it to Forsling. He looked like he was going to give it to Lundell, but he waited,
Kachuk,
he waited.
6 points
He
in
took a
the
beat.
last 4
And then
games.
here comes Matthew Kachuk right off the bench, so he was fresh. And goes posting in. But what a play, what a read, and a breakdown defensively for the Oilers.
Florida
If one
cruising.
goes and stays in the middle, maybe the quality of the chance doesn't develop. The 2-on-1, open space. Florida makes them pay.
And that's a backbreaking goal, too, inside the last minute. The Oilers
Awful goal to give up in the last minute of a period.
Some saves, but make no mistake, that is a huge goal to give up in the last minute of the period.
And think about that sequence, Bush. The fourth line really kind of started everything. And eventually Kachuk puts it into the back of the net.
Told you they were going to score.
Domination.
End of one.
There in Game 6.
End of one in Game 6. 2-0 Florida. First intermission. Edmonton continues to shoot themselves in their own foot.
Reinhart and Kachuk with the Panthers goals. Lexus intermission report coming up with Liam Ace. Here's Hank and Brett's.
It's the ultimate Game 7. Spectacular moves. Oh, my God. McDavid.
Oilers.
Who puts their name on the cup tonight?
The Stanley Cup final continues Friday on TNT.
Yeah, if the Oilers come back.
Prime Day is coming July 8th to the 11th with great deals on whatever you're getting into next.
What's the move? Bang. Buckets.
We're here for our convertible.
How about an S?
Oilers better hope they have some comeback magic in them, because it's not looking good. We've seen them come back from 3-0 a couple nights ago. See if they can do it again. This time it's not 3, it's 2. Florida just puts too much pressure on, and the Oilers allow it. The Oilers just allow that puck to sit in their own end for far, far, far too long. I told you they were going to score at the end of that period. I could see it coming. Florida had too many good chances in a row. The fourth line, like the commentators said, set it all up with all that pressure. They get a quick line change. And catch fucking Oilers deep in their own end. And the Oilers forwards just don't get back on D like they need them to. There was a guy at mid-ice when Kachuk was getting ready to shoot that puck that should have been back there. Florida's too deep, I think. Florida's lines are too much. They got too many guys that can play. They seem like the better team, especially without Hyman. If Hyman was playing for the Oilers, I think things would be much different. He's that good. He's that physical. He did a lot for them in this playoff run. And when I seen him go out for the season, I had a feeling it was going to be trouble. And so far it has been. Edmonton doesn't get their stuff together. They're going home they're going golfing tomorrow. 2-0 Florida, first intermission. Intermission report should be coming on in a minute. Hope everyone's having a good week. Please like, share, subscribe if you haven't. Doesn't cost anything. Helps the channel greatly. All you got to do is like. Please and thank you. Game 7, if needed, I believe is on Friday. Right now, we're not going to need a Game 7. Florida's smashing them. Really doing their thing.
intermission report. Florida Panthers looking to close out this series, wrap up back-to-back Stanley Cup championships. Sam Reinhart going down to the ice and breaking
Not
the
good at
ice,
all,
making
Wild
it 1-0,
Rick.
and then it's Matthew Tkachuk late in the period.
Same
adding
mistakes.
to the lead.
Keep
Panthers
biting
up
them in the ass.
2-0 here in Game 6. Oilers desperate to force a Game 7, but they got some work to do. We are back.
They're capable of coming from behind.
The fans still taking
But
all this in.
Florida is looking good.
Henrik Lundqvist, Anson Carter, Paul Bissonets, Wayne Gretzky. Congrats before that Tkachuk goal, which was late in that first period, less than a minute to go. I feel pretty good about Edmonton's game, even though they were down a goal.
Yeah, I thought they were skating much better at the beginning of the hockey game than they had in the past. I thought they did some things well.
Borowski's giving up some rebounds.
Trying to get some
Edmonton's got to take advantage of it.
Shots on Bob. You make a little bit of a misfortunate play on the second goal, and it's 2-0. But Florida, we talked about this before the game, they just keep rolling their lines, and Edmonton seem to be searching like who can play with who. And right now, Florida's much more comfortable out there than the Edmonton Oilers are.
But Florida, when you look at all the things they do well, the one thing they're the best in the league is to from turnover.
Yeah, but how do you change your play style, Wild Brick? It's Game 6 of the Stanley Cup. You can't change it now. The Oilers not having Hyman is killing them. It's killing them. They're a totally different team when Hyman was in the lineup.
And they played a great period, and unfortunately on that first one, it was a bit of a tough exchange between Skinner and the defenseman, but after that, they were all right. You want to get right to it?
Let's get to Alexis highlight. Take us through the first goal here.
Yeah, like I said, they were in good shape after the bad
they're committing turnovers in their own
end. As it works up the wall, this is a great little bump back here. Ekholm has to win this
just
puck now.
outplaying
You can't dust it off. We talk about this Florida forecheck. Stick in lane by Verhaeghe. It forces Ekholm to try to make this saucer pass. Well, it's some ragu meat sauce is what it was over to Bouchard. And then the turnover ensues. They come down your neck, and then you see Reinhart, just a perfect read. He sees he's in trouble. He pounces on that puck. Verhaeghe tags up, and watch him work Ekholm's triangle.
Oilers just don't take care of the puck in the neutral zone.
Two negatives don't make a positive here. He makes
That's another thing killing him.
He dips over. Reinhart, perfect execution on beating him one-on-one, and then over the forehand. It's off his stick, glove side. Beautiful sequence.
We've seen them be burned like that a couple times in this series, right? Where they're reaching instead of protect the middle of the ice to go for the reach, and the skill from Florida Panthers. They take advantage right away.
Your point-hand goals off of turnovers this series, 14-4 in the favor of Florida Panthers.
Oh, there you go.
Numbers don't lie.
Yeah, and now they have multiple first-period goals, the Florida Panthers, in every
I wonder if they keep Skinner in the game.
So let's get to that second one. What do we see?
Well, I think
I don't think those goals were his fault.
Excuse me. Hank was talking about
First one he could have maybe done better on, but
dipping too far back.
the second one was an upper 90 off the post.
There. You've got Wallman who's going back too far. You got Bouchard
From middle of the slot.
Trying to do another
Tkachuk too easy.
You got to give Forrest a lot of credit here too, Hank. He gets up the ice, so that forces the Edmonton Oilers to get back. But they've been giving up that blue line way too easy. That was a 2-on-3. Way too easy.
I said it myself. Giving up the blue line too easy.
Way too easily. But it goes back to that third line.
Florida don't give up their blue line for nothing.
You saw Marchand. He doesn't dump it in. He gives it to Lundell. He gets that chance. And at the end of that shift for the third line, Marchand goes for the change. They get a fresh Tkachuk.
13 goals in the first period for Florida throughout the series.
He's left wide open.
Only 4
a screen in front, Wayne.
Yeah,
for Edmonton.
It's been happening a lot in this series, right? They're just simplifying the game. They're not trying to overthink the game, the Florida Panthers. And for some reason, the Edmonton Oilers, I think, are trying to overthink the game. It's a simple game. As Tkachuk said in the interview before the game, they're not going to change. They're going to stay straight ahead. They're going to throw pucks in deep, and they're going to crash the net.
So what do you say if you're in that Edmonton locker right now?
Well, I would say that, listen, we shouldn't be down 2-0, but we are. They're a good team. But let's stick to our game plan and do what we want to do. Get pucks in deep, move the puck out quick, and get forechecked and get some turnovers. But I agree with you. They're going to have to – the next goal is everything, right?
Gretz, when I'm watching the Oilers right now, too, it looks like Ekholm's playing himself back into playing shape. See that grenade over, made that defensive lapse that we don't usually see him make. He's got to get his game to a point where the Edmonton Oilers feel comfortable with him being back there because he's a horse.
It's now or never. You had Edmonton facing elimination. You had Florida trying to wrap up a second straight Stanley Cup championship. And right now the Panthers ahead 2-0 after 20 minutes of action. We're back with Sunrise in just a moment.
been ahead of the game. Excellence is your default, and Lexus knows that feeling is unmatched. Their standard isn't for the average, it's for those who set the bar and elevate it. So as you redefine what's possible, Lexus refines what you deserve. Because a car that doesn't make you feel something is a car that stops short of amazing.
Lowe's knows our members always want
more.
Less. That's why our free rewards program gives members more.
Like member deals, points on eligible purchases, free shipping, and more.
Messi controls. Messi scores.
Members give more with Lowe's.
Here at Once Upon a Farm, we chose the Capital One Venture X business card. With no preset spending limit, our purchasing power adapts to meet our business needs. And unlimited double miles means we earn more too. What's in your wallet?
Welcome to Visible, the ultimate wireless hack. It's one line, powered with unlimited data on Verizon's 5G network. Now just $20 a month for 1 year, guaranteed. Stream, scroll, browse, and connect with great coverage, plus unlimited hotspot included. That's a top-tier network at a budget-friendly cost. But you already knew all that, didn't you? For a limited time, get Visible for $20 a month, guaranteed for 1 year.
This is a meal. We're talking a good food that makes you feel good meal. You feeling that? Now, meal this. A salad for the first time in a week meal. A catching up with your ex meal.
So, how's your mom?
Been there. Ooh, a scoring cool dad points meal.
Obviously.
Thank you. Do I spy an I need 5 minutes to myself meal? Whatever you're feeling, at Panera, it just meals good.
Let's talk salary.
Great. What do you typically offer for this role?
It's competitive.
And if it was a number, it would be...
A competitive number.
With Indeed, you can avoid awkward salary conversations from the start.
Well, a number.
Is it competitive?
Get ready. Because when the clock strikes 8 on July 20th, it's crunch time. Shark Week starts Sunday, July 20th on Discovery.
This golden summer, the world's top soccer clubs soar into the United States, battling to claim this trophy and the title, World's Best. 32 clubs.
A lot of Panthers fans in the house tonight. What's up, Natasha? Panthers are killing it. 2-0 Florida. End of the first period. Second period should be starting soon. Please like, share, subscribe if you haven't. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Panthers are doing their thing. Reinhardt scored the first goal. Kachuk with the second. Edmonton continues to beat themselves. I hope Marchand wins the MVP. If Florida wins. He's done a lot for him. He's got a couple game winners. Second period coming up. Oilers in critical condition. Down 2-0. Critical condition. Conditioner is better. Skinner had 7 saves on 9 shots. Not really his fault. The first one he could have maybe done better on. The goal by Kachuk was unbelievable. And the first goal was pretty much a breakaway off a steal. Other than trying to cut down the angle, I don't think there was too much he could do. Borowski playing very well. He's given up some rebounds, but Florida's doing a very good job of controlling the front of their net. Florida don't mess around. The minute the puck gets thrown into their end, they're like, fuck you, right back the other way. They don't care if they get an icing or they just dump it into the neutral zone and go chase it down. Florida's playing really well. They're playing a lot like the Bruins team that won a Stanley Cup against the Canucks. They remind me of that Bruins team a lot. All four lines are just rolling. Edmonton seems like they're trying to piece lines together and figure out who can play with who. Florida's just rolling line after line after line. Looks so much smoother. And Florida's running like a well-oiled machine right now. They really are. It kills me. It kills me as a Bruins fan to watch Brad Marchand do the shit he's done and watch the Panthers get ready to win a championship. But I think it's going to happen tonight unless the Oilers pull a rabbit out of the hat like they have. They've done it. They came back from 3 goals down in the first period a couple nights ago. But how many times can you get away with coming back from behind? Florida's been pretty good at home in the last few years in the playoffs. I know they lost a game at home, not like in this series, but I don't know. I'm starting to get the feeling Florida's destined for the Stanley Cup. Edmonton's got to get this thing back to at least a goal by the end of the second period coming up. At worst. Connor McDavid done nothing. Absolutely nothing. Edmonton had a couple good opportunities early in the period, but Borowski shut every one of them down. And Florida's defense, when Florida's not in their own end, whenever there's a puck to be won, they seem to win it. Yeah, I agree, Natasha. Absolutely. He started to shoot a little bit more in that last game, even though they lost. But he hasn't inserted himself like he's capable of. I totally agree. Totally agree. Here we go, start of the second. Please like, share, subscribe, guys. Please hit that like button. It really helps the channel. I don't ask for much other than to be respectful. And if you could give us a thumbs up, it really helps. Here we go, start of the second.
Make sure everybody's involved. But he looks a lot quicker here in the last couple of games, and that's a scary thing if you're an Edmonton Oilers fan, because if Kachuk's going and the depth that they have,
Florida on the attack right away.
Reinhart and Kachuk with the first period goals.
Good forecheck by Florida. They steal it. Bennett. Ooh.
Over these 6 games.
Dumped it in front of the net. Nobody there.
Get back into it.
Great forecheck by Florida. Big hit by Bennett.
They got to clean up on the back end, but I think
wow.
the defense need to get more involved in the offensive zone. Whether they touch the puck or not, do some high cycles, send some guys down.
It almost feels like Florida has an extra guy on the ice sometimes, the way they're playing. Nice save. Borowski. Florida.
Here's Rodriguez.
Back in there. Oilers end.
Now Reinhart picks it up. Shouldered by Nugent Hopkins.
Oh, good steal.
Now the Oilers Oilers come out. Just over a minute gone by.
Oh.
Second period.
Happening with a blowout.
This ice needs some help.
Sent in by Kulikov.
They're having problems with the ice tonight.
Klingberg come together.
Oh, that might be a penalty. Nope.
Kapanen will skip the puck ahead. Joined by Keane. Here's
The guy's slipping everywhere.
Moves the puck in deep. Schmidt back on it for Florida. Too far for Barkov. Kept alive by Perry. And now it's Kulikov once again. Sam Reinhart up the middle onto the stick of Verhaeghe.
Well, at least to start the second.
Verhaeghe's due for a goal. He's been threatening.
Had a couple of decent shifts in the offensive zone.
He's been threatening last game or two.
The outlet pass. Bouchard. Here's Corey Perry. Ekholm coming together with Ekblad.
There's Bouchard, the defenseman down near the goal line.
Here's Ekholm, the other D-man up top. Back around for Draisaitl. Bumped by Ekblad. Goes to Raiden, comes over. Draisaitl.
There you go.
And now McDavid.
Oh, McDavid's got to shoot. Passing the puck too much.
McDavid, as Forsling went sliding down, he just forced them enough at a bad angle to try to get that puck back door, I believe.
Florida's lucky McDavid didn't have an angle. And that the defender came out and slid at him. McDavid ran out of room. Nice job by Borowski. Staying at home. Face off to the right of Borowski. Perry in front. Shoots. Blocked by the defenseman. Florida's trying to clear. They can't. Edmonton putting pressure on Florida. Clears the puck. 2-on-1, McDavid. Pass, what a save. Borowski. Oof. Borowski's having a big game. He's on fire. Forsling just saved 2 goals. Oh, and that wasn't even a save. Perry pushed it wide. If he got it in the air, it's a goal.
You know that he's looking to make a pass and you kind of get ready for it, but that one just out of the reach for Corey Perry.
McDavid's got to stop being so selfish.
It is too far in front of you. You're just trying to get any part of the stick blade on it, and unfortunately it was more the toe with
Florida.
nothing on that.
And back of the Oilers' net.
It remains 2-0 Florida. A.J. Greer, nice move on Henrique. Greer lets it back out for Mikkola.
Back of the net. Into the corner.
Here's Gadjevich. Gadjevich back out to the point. Mikkola. Back around behind the net for Greer. Good play by Kulak, and Nurse comes away with the puck.
Edmonton clears the puck. Here we go.
Henrique with a shot.
Save Borowski. Borowski's been a brick wall.
Time for our SAP Coaching Insights app. Balanced attack from the Panthers throughout these playoffs. 6 players with at least 20 points, which ties the NHL record. The 83 Islanders and the 85 Oilers. There's Lostarina on the bench. He's 1 point shy. And Lundell is 2 away.
Just speaks to the depth, obviously. Of course, that 85 Oilers led by our teammate, the great one.
He won the Conn Smythe that year as playoff MVP, first of 2.
Panthers is doing their thing, fishing.
Now Waldman slides it across for Klingberg.
Panthers get it out. Every time it's in their end, they get it out.
Playoffs on the road.
They don't mess around. Rodriguez, Kachuk, no.
3 previous series away from home. Rodriguez, outward pass. Sam Bennett.
Here's Bennett. Nice move. Oh, nasty wraparound. Save. Skinner, another save. What a play by Bennett.
Between the legs, tries a wraparound on the
wow.
other side.
That is 15 goals during the postseason. He has never scored more.
Edmonton messing around with it. Finally clear.
His career. Now
Line change. Kane keeps the puck in, loses it to Seth Jones.
We heard Charles Barkley on the pregame asked about Seth Jones.
Elcombe can't keep it in.
Popeye, who always did a tremendous job defensively on Charles. He's complimentary. Popeye won an NBA championship a couple of years back as an assistant coach with Denver.
Here's Draisaitl.
Here's Draisaitl.
Nice pass. Ekholm to Bouchard.
Now Bouchard.
Behind the net. Skinner.
Held up by Markov. Nicola comes away with the puck. Knocked down by Draisaitl. Markov. Picks it up for Florida.
Good job by Florida. Plays the puck again. What's up, MT? Salute. Please like, share, subscribe.
There's Bouchard, now Ekholm.
Just looking for any kind of a trio here to get on the score.
Draisaitl.
Remember, the Oilers have been without Zach Hyman for this entire series. Injured earlier in the playoffs. Had 16 postseason goals last year.
Shot, save, Borowski.
Serena was cool out. Puck deflected in by Losterinen.
Olsen again around the front of the net. He's been very noticeable.
There's a big body. Here's Podkolzin with the puck. Into the left of Bobrovsky. Marchand back on it. Shouldered by Podkolzin.
Edmonton with a chance here. Can't keep it in.
Out of the zone. Brought back in by Nurse. Edmonton offside.
Nurse couldn't keep the puck in. Being a bonehead. Please like, share, subscribe to Nate's Live Talk. 2-0 Florida. 13:59 to go in the second period. I've lost a little, MT. I got to do better. I got to do better, dude. Oh, thanks, bro. I traced that and had my tattoo guy do it. I traced it, and then he did what I wanted to it. I was a commercial fisherman for years. Spent a lot of years on a boat since I was a kid. Up until about 6 years ago. Up here in New England. A lot of time on a boat. I still got a boat. I might go do some fishing tomorrow, actually. Stripers are in. Salt. There's nothing really big freshwater near me. I catch big ass carp. I don't mind going carp fishing every once in a while, freshwater. I got some spots where there's some monster carp. But I like catching big fish. And if they ain't big, they gotta taste good. If they're not big, I don't mind catching small fish, but they gotta taste good. So I don't do a whole lot of freshwater fishing. I live in like the best saltwater place to live other than probably Alaska. So I'm very lucky. Two 2-0 Florida. Please like, share, subscribe if you haven't. Edmonton dumps the puck in. 13:50 to go in the third, and I think they're going to get hit with an icing call. Nice, MT.
How about Paul Maurice? He was asked earlier today.
I'd like to go down there and do some tuna fishing and shit for yellowfin around them oil rigs.
Final and then lost the next 3 games. Hardest trophy to win.
Here's Edmonton.
Defended by Smith.
Can't do nothing with it. Florida all over them.
15-year career.
Good defense.
Got down by Frederick. Kept in his own.
Yep, Florida too much.
Now lifted out by Kachuk. Swatted at Anderson now played by Bennett. Wrist the puck around to a waiting Rodriguez. He's playing from behind.
Nice hit.
There's Kulak. Look at the odds from DraftKings Sportsbook. Nicola for the Panthers.
Panthers 3-on-2. Good job. Corey Perry got back just in time. What a save, Skinner.
Forsling just jumped on the ice.
That was a big slap shot from the blue line.
Barkov dancing in the corner, works the puck back to the point. Good stop here by Skinner. I'm not sure if
What up, Rick? Salute.
Reinhardt screened Skinner or not.
Please like, share, subscribe, guys. I know I sound like a broken record. It really helps the channel. I can tell the likes have been helping. There's a lot of new people in here lately. Thank you so much. We cover sports, politics, all kinds of stuff. Do a lot more lives than videos. Face off to the right of Skinner. We got the NBA game Thursday night we'll be watching. We got football coming up soon. Might start doing some baseball. We'll see. Marchand gets it out to the point. Back of the net, Marchand.
First player with 6 goals in the Stanley Cup Finals since Esa Tikkanen of the Oilers back in 1988.
Here's Marshy.
7 since Wayne Gretzky in the 1985.
Oh, save Skinner. Great save.
And the save by Skinner. Bouchard takes a hit.
Uh-oh. Oh, Florida blew a golden opportunity there. Forsling's having a good game.
Off the stick of Kachuk. Then back ahead for McDavid.
What up, Kai?
Across it comes for Ekholm. Puck was bouncing on him. And it's
Rodriguez. To Bennett. Here comes Florida.
David and Draisaitl lead even strength. Perry battling for the puck.
Holla.
Now Ekholm comes in. Play is blown dead. It's
Thank you. Go. Hey, go. Fishing is the GOAT. I'm going to call you GOAT. So when I say GOAT, I'm talking to you. I try to give people nicknames, especially if they have a long screen name. So you are the GOAT for now. Don't be a dick. I know you have, Joey. Salute. Salute to all my regulars. Salute to all the new people. Hey, GOAT. You ever listen to Adam Sandler, the GOAT? Hey, GOAT. If you never listened to Adam Sandler, the GOAT, look it up on YouTube. You'll laugh your ass off. Just type in Adam Sandler, the GOAT. That shit came out when I was like, I don't know, 10 years old or something. 12 years old. Hilarious.
Back-to-back years between Montreal, 1954 and 55.
There's Bouchard.
Now Kulak across. And David Draisaitl back out.
Florida all over it.
Now the Oilers must reset. Kulak fires it on.
Oh, nice save. Borowski.
Cleared out by Lundell.
Yeah, just type in Adam Sandler, the GOAT. It should come up. Save Borowski. Another hell of a save.
Got 34 remaining in the middle period. Bagger.
Well, Katie, I would say that the opportunity for the Edmonton Oilers
You'll laugh your ass off.
in this game, trying to get the lead. They had some chances. You guys talked about how many times the puck was loose on Bobrovsky.
GOAT, you're going to laugh your ass off. If not, you have no sense of humor. I'm sure you will, though. If you're a fisherman, there's no way you don't like what I just told you.
By Skinner on the short side.
Second period chances, Banger, in this
there you go.
Middle frame. Edmonton has 5. Florida has 1.
Face off to the right of Borowski.
With desperation.
Shot deflected.
Fires to the far corner. Evander Kane with it. Down low, Jeff Skinner. Got up by Rodriguez. Kulikov knocks the puck ahead. Fired out by Kachuk. Into the Edmonton zone, it's Bennett.
Nobody around tonight.
Bennett with a shot.
Bennett saves Skinner.
He covers.
Dangerous.
I think Schmidt might have knocked this puck out of midair after it got deflected off the shot from Sam Bennett. Schmidt drives the lane. Bennett gets it. He goes
Florida
to the net.
looks phenomenal.
It's blocked, and then Schmidt, the defenseman, knocks that puck right out of midair, and it just hits Skinner. Oh, great pickup by our crew.
Nate Schmidt, not a member of the Panthers when they won the Stanley Cup last season. Has 5
Nate
points in this
Schmidt's been
series.
solid for him.
Veteran defenseman who played for Paul Maurice in Winnipeg. Here's Forsling for Florida. Puts the puck out.
Florida. Every time it comes past their blue line, they get it right out.
Second period at Sunrise.
They don't fuck around. That's why they're winning.
Took it away from Denmark.
The Oilers do the exact opposite. Florida's threatening again.
Down to the corner. And now around to the near side. Oilers clear it down. No icing.
Wow.
Back on it. Counted by Janmark. Davidovic over to help. Nurse back to retrieve.
Florida clears their zone again.
Panthers lead 2-0. No icing on the deflection. Schmidt back on it for Florida. Colson comes in. Now it's Ekholm. Bouchard with a shot. Missed it.
Wide.
Ekholm steps up. Puck sent around by Colson. Draisaitl just off the bench. Out to the point. Bouchard trafficking.
Oh, nice save.
And it's covered by Bobrovsky.
Borowski's on fire.
Down to the way by Kulikov.
I'd get Pat Colson out here with these two guys, McDavid
Wow.
and Draisaitl. Give him a chance because he seems like he's got some jump and creating a little bit of offense.
The Stanley Cup Final on TNT Sports, presented by
TV timeout to clean the ice. 2-0 Florida. 9:04 to go in the second. There you go.
Hey guys, so what's up? You're gonna show me this talking. I guess we gotta get to that reggae.
Just my fucking hind legs, man. They are fucking cramped.
That's great. Anyone gets a chance, check out Adam Sandler's old albums. Fucking hilarious. I think they're hilarious. They came out when I was younger. I still enjoy them every once in a while. There you go. What the fuck are you doing? Nothing, master. Sitting here licking my balls. Well, that's good. Because if you leave that truck, I'm going to beat the fuck out of you. 2-0 Florida. Tig old biddies in the background. My goodness.
It's the motion off the puck is where the danger is.
How'd you like that pass from Lustig?
Yeah, we're going to keep him too.
Thanks, Paul.
Here's the keeper. There's Listerine on the
She's a keeper, whoever she was.
the Panthers bench. And his team leading 2-0.
9:04 to go in the second. 2-0 Florida. Face off to the left of Borowski. Draisaitl, McDavid out on the ice.
359
Florida can't clear. Now they do.
Under 9 to play, second period. Reinhardt, who opened the scoring, moves the puck in deep. Ekholm picks it up from his goaltender, Skinner. Deflected ahead by Perry. With David in pursuit. Bobrovsky plays the puck out.
Nice job by Borowski there.
Now Forsling. Forsling bottled up, and now he clears the zone. Bruce, you played with Bobrovsky back in his rookie season. How was he as a puck handler back then?
Not as good as he is right now. I think that's something that he's worked at considerably, and with more and more reps and experience, you improve, and he certainly has in that regard.
Bouchard shoots wide.
And now it's Reinhardt.
And Florida's going to clear again.
Bobrovsky, nice movement there by the Oilers up back to the deep.
Here's Reinhardt.
Trouble.
Forsling. Forsling with a shot.
Forsling.
By the stick of McDavid.
Down low.
Barkov.
Barkov in front.
Got a stick on that one, and now
Save.
finds the puck.
Skinner. Marchand was almost there to finish.
Good period here for the Edmonton Oilers. You see the battle in front. Harry with a little collision and glove, and he's in the blue paint. He's battling, and shot ends up coming from the point. Doesn't come near the
Brad
net.
Marchand
Like the idea there by the Oilers.
is going to get a goal.
There are the former teammates
He's been
in
just
Philadelphia.
a C here behind on a few plays.
Well, I don't know what I was looking at.
Oilers need to do something. Panthers win the face-off. Shot, another tough save, Skinner. Yikes.
Viewers who have not heard it, your first impression when you took the ice with Bobrovsky that initial time?
I knew that I needed to find a new career, that's for sure. 5 minutes I was on the ice with him in August, and I'd never seen anybody move the way he had moved up to that point, and I knew quickly that I should be making some phone calls to see if I could get into TV.
You kicked Charles Barkley out of his spot. What's going on with that?
Yeah, Biz was talking about me finding a new job here as well.
It's a common thing.
This is awfully lippy, huh?
He is.
You should worry about busy bats after these.
Wonder how he's doing with those tonight. Shot by Miklo was blocked.
Ooh.
Frederick with the block there.
Florida's going to get another one.
Here's Evan Rodriguez.
Edmonton got to get rid of this puck.
And the save made by Skinner.
Another tough save, Skinner. Loose pucks.
It was inside Wallman's pants.
Skinner covers up.
It's lucky that that puck did not ricochet off of him and
Wow.
into the net. Skinner had no idea where it was.
No one did.
Watches this shot goes to the net.
Let's see. So it never got through to Skinner.
No, but it could have easily gone off the pants and into the net. Wallman and Skinner awfully fortunate.
Yeah, Skinner doesn't know where it is, and Wallman does. It catches him right between the legs, and he's got his legs frozen
Florida
there.
is going to score a goal if Edmonton
Whistle,
doesn't
you just
clear
keep
this
playing.
puck.
That's what the Florida Panthers did, and obviously the Oilers take an exception.
Here we go. Oh, Bennett. Good job by the Oilers defenseman to block that shot.
Kulak past Nugent Hopkins, stepped away from Kane.
3-on-2, Florida.
And Bennett's pass, it's headed for Kachuk. Good stick there, Nugent Hopkins.
Bennett was going to give it to Rodriguez, going harder than that.
Schmidt dumps it back in.
Get through. Nurse and Rodriguez. Bennett picks up the puck. Works it back out onto the stick of Schmidt. And now Kachuk scored the second Florida goal. Nurse moves it up the boards.
Oh my God, Florida keeps it in again.
Behind the net, Kulak and Bennett. And now Nurse. Kane bottled up.
Finally, Edmonton clears.
Reinhardt on it for Florida. Just over 6 to play, second period. Panthers with a 2-0 lead.
Good hit on that glad.
Nice hit by Kane.
Now Kulikov back to play the puck. Lifts it out of the zone. Bouchard over for the Oilers. 2 first-period goals, Reinhardt and Kachuk. That is where we stand. Here comes McDavid. Only 1 goal in the series.
McDavid loses the puck. Trying to do too much.
Barkov pretty much canceled one another out. As far as statistics, hit to the right of Bobrovsky. And black.
Oh, big hit.
Reinhart clears. Bouchard and close to read it. Bouchard have the step.
Good hustle by Bouchard. 2-0 Florida. 5:27 to go in the second.
Busy, not missing hockey. Watch in-game highlights, stories, and post-game recaps only with the NHL app.
Oilers load up with McDavid and Draisaitl along with Corey Perry.
Face off to the right of Bobrovsky. Edmonton needs to produce here. Perfect opportunity here with Perry, Draisaitl, McDavid, Bouchard, and Ekholm.
Over at the penalty box area.
They're checking on the lineup with the icing call, and
Florida tried to switch some players, and they're not going to let him. Reinhart back in.
Not allowed to make changes when you ice the puck from your own defensive zone.
Loose puck, won by Florida, as usual. Reinhart, nice job. Here's Florida. Loose puck, won by Florida. Taken out by the Oilers. Uh-oh. Lindell had a good opportunity. Big hit, Marchand. Oilers clear the zone, but turn the puck over. Ekholm gets it back.
What a shift between Marchand and Draisaitl. They had a couple of one-on-one battles.
Draisaitl headed off to the Edmonton bench. Nicola hit by Jeff Skinner.
Here we go, Edmonton. Shot blocked. Wow, good job by Chuck Rodriguez to get in front of that puck.
Seth Jones comes in, and now Tkachuk softly flips the puck down. Great stop block there by Tkachuk.
Yeah, Tkachuk just saved the goal.
Tkachuk was able to get in that shooting lane.
There's Wallman, moves it back down. Glove by Bobrovsky.
Face-off coming in the Florida end. Florida up 2-0. 4 minutes to go in the second. Great job by Tkachuk to block the shot by Wallman. TV timeout with 4 minutes to go in the period. Yeah, Joe. Bobrovsky and Skinner have been very good. The entire series, really. There haven't been too many shitty goals like allowed, where you could be like, oh, it was the goalie's fault. Especially from these two. Florida just seems like they have the better team and they want it more. I think this series is much different. If Hyman didn't get injured, Edmonton's a completely different team. Him getting injured at the end of that Stars series really fucking did not help Edmonton at all. At all. Hurt him badly. Hyman brought a lot to the table. Physicality, offense, defense, forechecking. Yeah, no one realizes that being a healthy team has a lot to do with winning a championship. Look at the NBA this year. Look at all the injuries in the NBA. Look at the Thunder. They've been the healthiest team majority of the year. Indiana's starting to break down right in front of their eyes. Halliburton had something going on last night. It's not always just the best team that wins. Health has a lot to do with it.
p.m. Eastern, 7 o'clock pregame right here on TNT.
Panthers with a 3-2 lead and a 2-0 advantage here tonight. Under 4 to play, second period. Rodriguez for Kachuk.
Here comes Florida again.
Kulak flips the puck ahead. Comes to Rodriguez, looking for Kachuk. And it's cleared by Kane. Both teams make changes. Shots are 19-16 Oilers. But Edmonton unable to beat Bobrovsky tonight. Kulak leading on Reinhart. Puck play by Kulikov. Kulak has some trouble, pressured by Verhaeghe. And now Jeff Skinner unable to get
Another turnover by Edmonton in their own end.
by Florida. Now Barkov shoveling it around behind for Reinhart.
Oh my God. Barkov should have finished that.
Now Barkov with it again. Panthers captain Verhaeghe out to the point, and now it's Kulak.
Florida's going to score. Edmonton better get this out.
Defended by Henrique.
A lot of pressure.
Verhaeghe turns, shoots.
Oh, Verhaeghe shoots. Skinner didn't even see it. Score! Skinner fell asleep. Wow. That was a bad goal. Skinner fell asleep. They fired a puck at him, hit off his chest, fell down in front of the net, and finished by Barkov. I told you they were going to score.
Takes a quick look to see what are my options. The little interchange there with Verhaeghe. The puck will work itself over.
He didn't even know the puck hit him.
I'll let you take that. I thought he should have caught the puck, but I'm not sure. And all of a sudden, the puck ends up in the back of the net.
Oh, awful deflection off a skate. Lucky.
It's the goaltender's responsibility to make sure that he gets a whistle.
Wow.
I do not know why he did not catch that puck.
Awful job by the... I told you they were going to score. I was a goalie. Not in hockey, but in soccer. You can't let the other teams just chill out in front of your net all day. It's only a matter of time. Your goalie can only bail you out so much. And that one was Skinner's fault. That was a bad one. But the last 4 minutes of play, the puck's been in his end. Especially hockey. A puck takes a little bad bounce and it's in the back of the net before you know it. Barkov knocks it off Reinhart's skate into the net. 3-0 Florida. Another goal with under 2 minutes to play in a period. Or right around 2 minutes to play. Edmonton beating themselves.
It's a muffin of a wrister to the net. Inexcusable. I mean, I wish I could come up with an excuse. As
Yeah, me too, Joe. We couldn't afford it.
Lost focus, I guess.
Now here's Janmark.
Such an expensive sport. And you got to get up early to play it. Like your parents got to bring you to the rink unless it's super close. We looked into playing hockey. It wasn't worth it. I think the Panthers are in good shape. I think the Panthers are going to win it tonight, Mateo, as of right now. I don't really care who wins. I'll be happy for Brad Marchand. He's one of my favorite. He's my favorite Bruin over the last 20 years. It's sad to see him win it with the Panthers, but I'll be happy for him if they win. And the Oilers, I think, are cooked. There's still a lot of time, and they're capable, but they look like they've thrown in the towel so far tonight. in my opinion.
Yeah, that puck came to him.
They could have scored earlier in the shift too, right? Henry made a heck of a play on Barkov.
Yeah, the backdoor back shift.
And but an extended shift in the second period. The goaltender has to be responsible there.
Edmonton keeps making the same mistakes, Mateo, unfortunately. They're doing a horrible job in the neutral zone, horrible job in their own end. Every time they get it into the Florida end, Florida clears the puck instantly. Florida's just like, fuck you, we'll dump it into your other end. Florida's not doing nothing special. They're just not letting the Oilers get chances. Every time the puck crosses that blue line, which is seldom, Florida's punching it towards the Edmonton end. Edmonton cannot keep the puck inside the Florida blue line. And then the turnovers, the penalties, the fucking lack of forwards getting back, the lack of a desire to get rid of the puck out of their own end. Edmonton's their own worst enemy in the games they've lost. They're lucky they've won the games they've won, some of them. And they haven't even taken a bad penalty yet tonight. And they find themselves down 3-0. 45 seconds to go. Second period.
Reinhart into the right of Skinner. Hagee out in front to Reinhart. Reinhart with a pass. Here's Forsling down to 30 seconds.
Here comes another one.
Seth Jones steps up. Back around past Barkov. Played by Bouchard. And sent out of his zone by Keane. The Oilers have iced the puck with 15 7/10 seconds remaining.
Florida's got a chance to score again. 15 seconds with a face-off in the Edmonton end.
It's the summer of soccer with TNT Sports. FIFA Club World Cup continues tomorrow, 2:30 Eastern on TNT and the Zone. Later this summer, catch the U.S. men's and women's national teams on TNT and Max. Look at great calendar. Goalkeeper with U.S. men's national team on hand here tonight. I'm sure he is enjoying what he has seen from Bobrovsky.
I thought we'd see more from Edmonton tonight.
All 20.
Here we go.
Edmonton
Jones keeps it in.
David has two. Draisaitl
Nikola.
shots so far tonight. Draisaitl with the puck as time winds down. And the second period comes to an end in Sunrise, Florida.
Wow.
Reinhart with a pair. The Panthers 20 minutes away from their second consecutive Stanley Cup championship.
You heard that right. Panthers up 3-0. End of 2. Panthers are deep. And the Panthers look way different with Brad Marchand. Them adding Brad Marchand was huge. I don't think people really realize it. Just the little shit he does. I mean, he scored 6 goals in the finals as well. And he's had several game winners throughout their entire playoff run. But he's been phenomenal. If he doesn't win the MVP, I don't know who does. If it ain't Marchand, it's got to be like Bobrovsky or Kachuk. Maybe Bennett or Reinhart. But I think Marchand deserves it. He's had several 2-goal games, several game winners, game tires. The Panthers probably aren't even alive if they don't have Brad Marchand. And the Oilers not having Hyman is absolutely killing them. They're not as physical with him. I mean, they're not as physical without him. They're not as good offensively or defensively without him. Him getting hurt really fucked the Oilers good. He was like a big part of their physicality. And a leader as well. Losing leaders hurts. It's one thing to have them there for, like, you know, support, emotional support and shit. But when they're not on the field or the ice, it hurts a team. And for him not to play, it probably has to be something pretty serious. I think they said he broke his wrist or something. What's up, Marky Mock? Happy Tuesday. What's crapping him? Please like, share, subscribe if you haven't. Thank you guys for enjoying the game with me tonight. We continue to grow at a good pace. I appreciate everyone being respectful lately. It's been nice. End of 2 periods, 3-0 Florida. Borowski, 20 saves on 20 shots. Skinner, 15 saves on 18 shots. Oilers really not helping their goalie much tonight. The last goal wasn't the greatest that he gave up, but the Florida just applied pressure for too long. You can't leave your goalie hanging like that for 4 or 5 minutes straight. Recipe for disaster. And it wasn't even a horrible goal. It was a horrible rebound he gave up. And then guy just slams the puck in front of the net. Hits off his guy's skate into the net. And just like that, it's 3-0. Yeah, I think the whole middle of the country and East Coast is starting to heat up over the next week, Mark. My mom was telling me it's supposed to get hot over the next few days. It's still hot and humid here on the coast in New England. Believe it or not. The temperature isn't hot, but it's just muggy as fuck. It's probably 70 degrees tonight, but it's like 100% humidity. It's not raining, but it's like about to. That humidity fucks everything up. There is a difference between dry heat and muggy shit, yeah. Humidity is fucking... I'll take dry heat any day. Although, once you hit 120 degrees, it's 120 degrees. Don't get me wrong. But I would take 90 degrees in the desert over 90 degrees in fucking New England any day. I just threw all my ACs in the rooms I need them in. The rest of the house has central. I hope it's not like last year, man. Last year, we didn't get to shut the air conditioners off all summer. Whether it was raining, sunny, cloudy, it was a fucking hot, humid summer on the East Coast. I pray it's not like that this summer. Last summer was disgusting. Disgusting. Hopefully the beaches stay open. If the beaches stay open, that'll help me a lot. Because I'll go down to that beach. I go down to that beach every day and go put my feet in and cool off. But if the beaches don't stay open, that'll make things suck even more. Nothing like going down to that beach in the afternoon right before the sun goes down. Just sit in that fucking water. But Florida totally outplaying the Oilers. Totally outplaying Edmonton. I don't think Edmonton's got enough in them to come back from this deficit. Unless they can draw a couple power plays or something.
Hold. He didn't back off. He held the blue line, creates a turnover, and then to your point, Barkov gets to work. Look at this guy, 6'4", 6'5", getting that big rump in the way, and they're holding on the pucks. They're not just throwing the pucks away and throwing them into areas aimlessly. I mean, that's a smart play there by Verhaeghe. Throw the puck on the net. Hank, to your point there, the goalie just doesn't play it properly, and Barkov does his job because he knows that Reinhart's going hard to.
I would love to see a bigger effort by Nurse here too. I would cross-check that guy right in the back. You could see miles away what was about to happen. You gotta just level that guy. Seriously, Hank, I love him. He just
They should Swedes are like that.
Have to.
So distinguished. Right?
No, but just the way the play developed, you can all see, okay, he's going backdoor. Skinner was locked in on the puck. Yes, he's going backdoor. And that's a D-man there. It's not going to be enough just to hold the stick. You got to go after the guy and make sure he doesn't even touch it.
You think we see them on?
Yeah, calibers are the worst, dude. Oh. I wonder where Jet's been. I haven't seen Jet lately. I hope he's okay. I know he said he was fighting a nasty cold or something. Me and Ura are going out tomorrow night to midget wrestling, so we might be taking it easy tonight. I'm going to try and film some of it. That should be fun. I'm going to try and film some of midget wrestling for you guys. But yeah, me and Ura are going to midget wrestling tomorrow night. I'm going to try to, Joe. I'm going to try to. I don't want to ruin my whole time out with friends recording and shit, but I'll try and get some of it. Yeah, it's on everything, Mark. Write it off. Gotta write it off. It's getting brutal out there, I know. It's been brutal. It's been brutal. I told you this shit was going to get crazy. I told everyone. Even with Trump in office, I told people it was going to get crazy because it's going to take so long to fix everything. Look how crazy it's getting. Look at what's going on right now. I told you. They're catching people involved with the government making false bomb threats. You got people involved in state politics being unalived in Minnesota. It's just getting crazy out there. I told you. Those far lefties are having a meltdown right now. Meltdown. And it's going to continue because too many people have gotten hip to the bullshit.
There since 75 years.
What is this? It goes on forever! This is history right here. Oh my word!
Expedition Unknown, the new season begins with Hitler's America Month. Wednesday at 9 on Discovery and stream next day on Max.
Third period coming up soon.
The world's top soccer clubs soar into the United States, battling to claim this trophy and the title, World's Best. 32 clubs, 11 cities, 4 weeks, one world champion. FIFA Club World Cup continues tomorrow on TNT Sports and stream on DAZN.
Live from the 2025 Stanley Cup Final, you're watching the Discover Intermission Report. Discover, the official card of the NHL.
Oh, it's an update. Busy bets, DraftKings Sportsbook same-game parlay of the night. I was the only one who's riding with you on this, and you know what? We got a chance.
We do have a chance.
We held hands. Your hand was oddly wet again. I don't know why it's always so wet. Just dry your hand before you shake mine. But we have a chance in this one. DraftKings Sportsbook, your own for live betting. New customers can bet $5 against
Stay optimistic, Wayne.
If your bet wins, download the app. Promo code SKATE when you sign up. See, you need a towel like that to dry your hands.
Saying you have a chance is like the line from Dumb and Dumber. So you're saying there's a chance.
I'm going to take it.
I don't see it.
John Denver's full of
Florida trying to go back-to-back. Third period, Game 6 next.
And Doug.
Okay, here's what you want to do. Save hundreds when Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance.
Are you a caddy?
No, I'm a Doug, and that's a Limu.
Okay, I'm gonna putt now.
Okay, I'm going to watch you putt.
Oh!
Nice birdie. Yes, he is a very nice birdie. Oh, no! Limu! Putt! Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
A history of winning started with the 65 gauge, losing steam, losing sweat. The solution? A drink that hydrates better than water. Change the game forever.
Naturally, we called our stuff Gatorade.
Let's go exploring in the Accord from Honda, KBB.com's 2025 Best Value brand. Its sophisticated silhouette was designed to turn heads at every turn. And the hybrid model's 204 total system horsepower will really get you moving. This is what excitement looks like in a Honda.
Fucking 5% on a lease. No, thank you. This girl I was friends with used to have a 5-speed Eclipse, all white, back in the day with a system in it. And she used to let me go grab. Back when weed was illegal. I used to take her car. It had more hiding spots than that fucking Eclipse. It was like the best. It was a hot looking car. It looks hot and shit. But she had an intake and shit on it. It was a nice little car to drive. But she would let me take the whip and shit and do some shit. I'd throw her some weed. I would fucking be all over the state in that fucking car. Give her a fucking ounce. Take it for 2 days. It was fun to drive. It was quick. It wasn't super fast. I had a Mazda 626 that was ungodly fast. Believe it or not. I used to fucking dog cars I had no business dogging in that fucking car. I bought it off a Dominican friend of mine's sister. And that fucking car screwed. It was only a 6-cylinder, but it was fucking fast. I used to beat all kinds of fucking souped up Hondas and all kinds of shit. Dude, that fucking Mazda 626. And it looked like shit. It was kind of like a beater. But mechanically was solid. I fucking used to fucking race people in that thing all over. Fucking screwed. I swear it was like probably a car they fucking ran from cops in. Someone did. I'm not saying her. But that fucking car was for some fucking reason. I remember I was waiting for an exhaust to come in for that car. And I had to do the soup can trick to keep it together until the exhaust came in. That motherfucker still flew. I think the pedal went too far to the floor or something. But then I'd watch the RPMs and it was fine. It wasn't like it was going to blow up. That fucking car screwed. I got that car up to 160 miles an hour and it still had more. I swear to God, I never seen a fucking Mazda shitbox in my life ever move like that fucking thing. Here we go, start of the third. Edmonton misses a one-timer. Fanned on it. I think it was McDavid or Draisaitl on top of it. Maybe Ekholm. 3-0 Florida. 19-10 to go. Here comes Florida into the Oilers zone.
Played in 2-4 with the Bruins on the losing end both occasions. There's Evander Kane through the neutral zone.
What up, Ura?
Seth Jones comes over. Now Captain in for the Oilers. Out for a drop by
Ooh. Bobrovsky's on fire.
Wallman with it again. Blocked by Marchand. Klingberg steps up. Lets it go through to Nugent Hopkins. Deflected off Bobrovsky. Played by Kapanen. Desperation.
Oilers need a couple goals.
Klingberg. The back keep it in the zone.
Florida's defense is relentless.
Both teams make changes. Wallman with the puck for Edmonton.
Sit there. Kapanen, Nugent Hopkins, and Kane.
Reinhart with 2 goals tonight. Kachuk the other. Now Janmark deflects the puck in. Kulikov along with Connor Brown. Matthew Kachuk for Florida.
Here comes Florida. First line.
Long shot. Kulak got a piece of it. Comes to Kachuk. Now back. Into the
Oh.
Couldn't see it up.
He wasn't able to one-time that puck, and then Edmonton was
Oilers got fortunate.
Janmark hit by Kulikov. Kulak steps up. Kulak towards the net. Blocked by Rodriguez.
Edmonton can't keep a puck in to save their life.
Look at the odds from DraftKings
Awful.
Sportsbook. Third sends in deep, chasing with Forsling. Backline over for Florida. Now Barkov. He clears the puck out. Panthers in the Stanley Cup final for the third.
Good forecheck by Florida again.
Beat Edmonton in 7.
Reinhart.
Looking to close things out here tonight.
Verhaeghe.
For the second straight year.
Barkov.
Unable to get the puck out. Comes to Forsling. Forsling with some room.
Forslings do.
Forsling has his shot blocked by the stick of McDavid. Now Barkov off the net.
Oh, nice job by Bouchard. That could have been a goal.
McDavid comes to the middle, drops it back for Draisaitl. Draisaitl returns to Connor McDavid.
Oh, got a finish. Beautiful pass by McDavid. No one home.
Now McDavid with it. Here's Ekholm. Saved by Bobrovsky.
Bobrovsky, nice kick save.
Colson was the guy in front. Bouchard with it again. Now
Here's McDavid. Shoot.
McDavid shot blocked.
Deflected up and in. Up out of the net.
One of the better shifts for McDavid and Draisaitl. There happened to be Puck Colson out there with them. Sustaining some pressure.
Hoorah. Everything me and you talked about before this game, Edmonton had to do. They haven't done. Fuck Skinner. I don't blame Skinner for everything. Maybe the first goal, maybe the third. It's not just him. Edmonton cannot clear the puck. Edmonton cannot generate any offense. Florida gets rid of the puck the minute it crosses their blue line. Damn near every time. Everyone's got to stop blaming the Edmonton goaltending. It's not just that. It's a bunch of things. Their goaltending hasn't been that bad, in my opinion.
There's Wallman up the middle. Puck backhanded along by Henry. Picked up by Nate Schmidt. Stick handles his way out of the zone. Now Kapanen for the Oilers. Dagovic's got a stick on it. Weir comes in. Kulikov holds it in at the right point. Sent the other way by Kulak for Henry. Throws it in the neutral zone.
Hasn't been a power play yet. 1-4 on 4.
Former teammates in Boston. Now Darnell Nurse who gets Skinner. Hopkins and Forsling.
Come on, Hopkins.
Plays the puck, sends it off the side.
Ran out of real estate.
Nugent Hopkins maintains control. Then he stepped into by Nosek. And the puck is cleared by Gadjevich.
Florida's not fucking around.
5 minutes gone in the third. Here comes
Could always be worse, D-Nuts. You could be a Bruins fan.
Sam Bennett. Flips it out of trouble.
Like me.
And now Bennett controls for Florida. Bouchard and Kachuk. Ekholm over to help out. Around to Bouchard. Nicholas gets the puck in
Yeah.
for the Panthers.
Exactly.
Evan Rodriguez. Watched by Ekholm.
Wow.
Now Sam Bennett.
And a provisional second pick for Brad Marchand.
Twice tonight.
That scored 6 goals in the finals.
McDavid Perry on the ice for the Oilers. Here's McDavid for Perry. Back across.
Oh, McDavid should have finished that. Come on.
Jeff Jones.
McDavid's been playing like shit.
David's pass broken up by Reinhart. Back around it comes to Draisaitl.
He had a good start to the series. He hasn't done shit.
He tried to bank that in off of Bobrovsky.
Now Barkov for the Panthers. Puck comes down to Bouchard.
Uh-oh. Verhage. He's due, too.
Opportunity. And now it's Puck Colson into the Florida zone. Coming on an implant. Saved by
Bouchard. Borowski again. Nice save.
Back the other way with Marchand. Here's Marchand.
Go, Marchand. Oh, he almost finished near side, too. Ooh.
Out to the point. Forsling.
I'd love to see Marchand score once.
A little bit of spacing.
I think Marchand's the MVP,
Watch it miss to the far side.
personally.
Oscarina for Lundell. Now Oscarina with it once again.
Florida doesn't have Marchand. They don't do this to the Oilers.
Blocked. Here's Connor Brown.
It doesn't go like this.
Under 13 minutes remaining. Forsling fires back down.
3-0 Florida.
To Evander Kane. Chance of we want the cup. It is in the building.
Third period, McDavid.
Taken away from Kulak.
Oh, Kulak, excuse me, stolen.
Nugent Hopkins back for the Oilers.
Oilers are getting beat in every facet.
He's very confident. Looking for Nugent Hopkins. Picked off by Reinhart.
Everybody on the ice in the offensive zone.
Florida just gets rid of the puck every time it crosses.
Johnny McCain missed the net.
Try to pass the puck into the back.
Well, Borowski makes the save.
You're down 3 and you're approaching 12 minutes left to go in your season. Everybody's got to be on the same page.
Edmonton needs 3 goals in 12 minutes.
Over the first 8 minutes. Now Draisaitl.
What up, Jet?
McDavid.
Oh, that's a penalty. Wow, they didn't call it.
Watch that back out to Ekholm, and now Bouchard. Lines and fires. That did not get through. And Barkov will...
Wow, I thought that was a penalty. I thought he got tripped.
Tripping penalty against McDavid.
That was Seth Jones that upended him. I would agree, Bush.
They said it should have been a penalty, too.
Here's McDavid. In behind the Florida net. McDavid back out to
Bouchard, shoot.
Bouchard with a
Wide.
shot. Missed it in. Comes to Perry. Blocked off and cleared out by Jones. Bouchard sends it back along. Oilers offside.
Wow, that was a tough call. McDavid's getting pissed. That should have been a trip. That should have been a penalty on Mikkola. Excuse me, not on Mikkola, on Borowski. 2 trips could have happened on that.
Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces past.
Whatever you say, John Doe. Yeah, Edmonton is not the same team without Hyman. At all. Bye, John Doe. Have a good night. Go bring your hateful bullshit somewhere else. Ugh. Happy Pride Month, John Doe. With the Candyman fucking thumbnail. I'm sure he's the Candyman. Take it deep, John Doe. What up, Doe? Fucking idiot. Boston sucks. Suck my Boston, you know what. Suck a dick up till you hiccup. Yeah, because you say stupid shit. I'm going to block your ass again. Little bitch. You probably said what was happening in a game before I saw it. That's usually the only way I block people. You probably said a goal was scored before it was supposed to. Bye, John. Have a good life, John. Suck a dick up till you hiccup. This is my channel. You don't have to be here. I don't have to deal with fucking retards like yourself. You acted like that the last time you were here.
Because you don't know how hard it is to win until you actually attain it for the first time.
You booted me from your channel. Man. Fucking pussy.
16 games. Jumped by Wallman, turned aside by Bobrovsky.
Man, I don't like Boston. I'm an asshole.
Starting to get to a point in this game here where you got to start taking some chances if you're the Edmonton Oilers. And here comes McDavid fresh off the bench.
As we approach 10 minutes remaining. McDavid caught up along the wall by Forsling. Draisaitl comes in, knocks flat to the ice. Desperation mode, trailing by 3. Bouchard couldn't keep it in. Verhaeghe picks up the loose puck. Connor Verhaeghe with a
Nice save, Skinner.
Good positioning there by Stuart Skinner.
You sound like the butt hurt one, dog. You sound the one butt hurt.
Team down 3.
3-0 Florida. You're the one complaining.
A Chewy Pharmacy order.
You're the one complaining, acting like a little bitch. Why don't you go listen to some Eazy-E and West Side Gun? Act like you're hard. He's getting the boot in a minute. Don't worry. Matter of fact, let's tell him see you later. Whatever, John Doe. Have a nice life, fuckface. It's when you know you're doing good. When your haters come back after you block them, you're doing something right. Happy Pride Month, John Doe 420. Go smoke your bong out of your asshole, you faggot. I bet he smokes a rainbow bong out of his fucking cornhole. Don't you got a fucking pride parade to go to? Or a fucking No Kings rally? Fucking idiot. I've never met one tough guy that went by the name John Doe. John Doe means fucking you got found dead or they don't know who you are. Such a bitch, you won't even put your real name and your real face on anything. I come on the internet in my genuine self. And you're going to talk about me with a name like John Doe? Fuck you.
We thank
fucking clown.
Forward in the mic tonight here in Game 6 with brother and dad working on Chantel.
His real name's probably John Dildo.
3-0 Panthers. Long shot by Henry, blocked by.
Yeah, it's always that guy. It's always that. The haters just keep coming back. They love hanging out and watching the game and laughing and having some fun and think they're fucking cute. Florida 3-0 in the third period, 9:26 to go in the third. The Oilers are having a rough series, King Henry, no doubt.
Assistant Karen Kachuk, an excellent collegiate career.
I feel like the Oilers haven't shown any grit or fight in the games where they needed to either. Oilers kind of got bitched out. Florida's tougher than them. Florida's shown their toughness this entire series for the most part.
Under 9 minutes on the clock. Florida Panthers. Third straight trip to the Stanley Cup final.
Bruce talked about Gustav Forsing in the open, and he has just continued to play stellar after let's call it was in game 1, not very good. But he has rebounded in a large way, and we've seen that matchup against Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl.
The Oilers won game 1. In overtime, it was the Panthers in double overtime in game 2. Got by Kane off. Picked up by Marchand. And he clears the puck down ice. Marchand with a couple of game winners.
I think Brad Marchand's got to be the MVP.
Including that
or Borowski. One of them two.
in game 2 in Edmonton.
Turnover. Here's your game. What a save, Skinner. Wow, another one, Skinner.
A big time stop there by Stuart Skinner.
Here's Schmidt, 7:45 remaining.
Edmonton's in trouble.
With the puck for Edmonton.
Connor McDavid disappeared too. I'm a little disappointed with him.
Series 13-4 favor of the Panthers.
He had some nice plays early in the series. Late in the series, Connor McDavid disappeared. I know he had a goal last game, but they were down. Connor McDavid has not done what he should have. I don't care what anyone says. He has been underperforming.
Edmonton. If you're Florida, you got to be aware of that. But I think anything goes now, Bruce. I wouldn't disagree with you.
Icing on Florida.
On this bench to the right of me.
7 minutes to go. 3-0 Florida. John Doe 420 still watching, even though he can't say a word. Fucking weirdo. Think they're gonna pull Skinner here or call a timeout. They're gonna pull him. Empty net. Fucking ballsy with 7 minutes to go.
7 minutes to go. Trailing by 3. Draisaitl, McDavid on the ice along with 4 teammates. Look at the back on the ice at the bottom of your screen.
I don't know if everybody in the building realizes the goaltender's out, to be honest with you.
Florida's going to score. Ooh. Florida's going to score. There it is. 4-0. Stupid play. Why do you pull that goalie that early? I know you got a face-off in the other end, but Sam Reinhart's got a hat trick. He's going to end up winning the MVP. He's going to win the MVP for his hat trick tonight. I think Marchand should be the MVP. Or Borowski. This game should be over. Why the fuck why would they do it with 7 minutes to go? There was no need for that shit. Stupid. Who's the MVP, you guys? I think Marchand deserves it. I know he's my favorite player, but fucking dude scored 6 goals. Had 2 games with 2 goals. He scored in every game but tonight. If I'm not mistaken. I think he has 6 goals in the finals. I don't know if he had 2 in every game, but without Brad Marchand, this doesn't happen for this Panthers team like it has. But Reinhardt might get it. He scored 3 goals tonight. Borowski might get it. He's been pretty fucking stellar. We'll see. But Edmonton's cooked. 6:34 to go in the third. 4-0 Florida. Sam Reinhardt with his 3rd goal of the game.
A hat trick in the Stanley Cup
Empty netter. Stupid fucking.
2 seasons ago.
Too early.
Has scored 3 here tonight.
Way too early.
Reinhardt could become the first player to score the Stanley Cup clinching goal in back-to-back years. It's Mike Bossy, 82-83. A real difference maker delivered by Chipotle.
Well, there's number 1. An incredible effort off a turnover. Another turnover there by Stuart Skinner. Goes to the net, off his skate into the back of the net, and then he gets the empty netter.
Oilers shit themselves tonight bad.
Here in Game 6. You could
Bad.
Be on a list with the guy that invented the 5-hole, in my opinion, the great late Mike Bossy. Unbelievable.
They're going to start with the nah.
Man right there, Sam Reinhardt.
They're shining that bitch up. It's over. Florida's going to be a Stanley Cup champ.
We're challenging the standard.
Thank you, Jet. The Bruins giving up Brad Marchand destroyed the NHL this year. The Bruins just gave up the fucking reason the Panthers won this cup. A huge part of it. I don't care what anyone says. Brad Marchand isn't on this Florida team. They don't score at least 4 or 5 of those goals he scored. Bruins got rid of him for less than a keg of beer. I'm going to puke again. I told you, Ura. Ura used to laugh at me. He would laugh at me and be like, oh, but come on, hockey's awesome. Dude, I'm fucking telling you. They make me sick. I'm going to end up puking again tonight. Fucking Bruins. Retarded. Retarded. Fuck the entire NHL for a conditional second round pick. You knew it was going to happen.
Sam Reinhart with a hat trick. He has 6 goals in this series. So does Brad Marchand. Bennett has 5. There's Ekholm for Bouchard. Ekholm. Panthers leading 4-0.
I'm going to fucking puke. I'm going to puke again tonight over Brad Marchand.
Ekholm fires one.
I think Marchand should be the MVP. Him or Reinhart. Co-MVP.
There's Bouchard. McDavid blocked off in front by Ekholm.
It's not Borowski.
There's Verhaeghe.
Borowski's played his ass off. Another empty netter. Reinhart with his 4th. There's your MVP. How the fuck did that go in? I know it was an empty net. I would fire Edmonton's coach. I would fire him. He's got to go. Edmonton's coach got to go. Pulled that goalie too early again. Connor McDavid shit his pants the last 3 games as well. Did not shoot the puck nearly enough. Florida did a good job. They didn't do that good of a job either, though.
Wayne Gretzky, 1985.
5-0 Florida. Absolute beatdown. Score. Now we finally score.
42 remaining. It's knocked in by Podkolzin.
I talked about this in the pregame the other day. Podkolzin was one of the only guys on the bottom lines doing well. Put him in with fucking McDavid. He finally scores a goal. And one thing the Oilers, that's not their fault, that sucks. Them losing Hyman changed this entire series as well. I think if the Oilers have Hyman, this series does not go this way. Especially in Game 5 and Game 6. 5-1 Florida, 4:39 to go. Florida's going to win this cup, most likely. What a great series, though. It was a good series up until the last game or two.
In NHL history. Established scrapbooks.
Down to 4:15.
Just over 4 minutes remaining. Florida Panthers with a 4-goal lead. Sam Reinhart with 4 goals, including 2 into the empty net.
2 empty netters for Reinhart.
Following the puck, goals and goal. If the Oilers don't score again, would be Kachuk with the Stanley Cup clinching.
Gonna steal fucking Marchand's MVP with 2 empty netters. Although I believe Marchand had an empty netter too.
Most time with the lead over the course of the Stanley Cup Final Series.
Edmonton comes up short again.
To the final 3:20.
Oh, he hit the post.
Dell missed the net with that attempt.
Thought it hit the outside post. It sounded like it.
That chance for Lundell got a lot of people excited.
Give Marchand a look. Give Marshy a look.
Goals in each of the first 5 games of this series.
You know what I was talking about, Kenny.
Now Skinner moves the puck up the boards and down as both teams make changes.
2:52 to go. Florida up by 4.
Disappointment.
Ekblad
Losing here in
out to Bennett.
last year after winning 4, 5, and 6. They began the postseason trailing the Kings 2-0 in round 1, trailing in game 3. Came back to win all 4 remaining games of that series.
Florida takes such good care of the puck. Very disciplined.
Stanley Cup final, they won
They do not fuck around in their own end.
games at one point during these playoffs. Took game.
The reason Florida's winning this series, didn't turn the puck over in their own end, took care of the neutral zone, were able to hold the puck into the Oilers' end, great forechecking, produced turnovers, and every time the Oilers tried to get an attack going, Florida did not allow it. The minute that puck got into the Florida end, it was right back out. I know it's not pretty, but it works. It's not the prettiest hockey, but it's smart hockey. And smart hockey wins hockey games. It's not the prettiest. There's a lot of checking. There's a lot of effort involved. A lot of hard skating. A lot of work. But they just beat a team with a high level of skill by outworking them. Controlling the ice. Under 2 minutes to go. Florida are up by 4. Oh, save Skinner. It's not going to matter. There we go with the hey, hey, goodbye shit. Florida's going to be a champion. Really good series. Florida deserves it. They played a solid ass series.
Associate Director Christy Fernandez, Sarah Sarandon, Justin Holliman, Ben Goldman, Nico Gomez, Bridget Morris, Angela Blazinski.
Connor McDavid needs to come to Boston.
Tim Dunn. Next, Jesse Radford, Tim Morrissey, Brandon Svitak, Lisa Benzies, David LaRose, Miles Fish, Wendy Ruck, Jeremy Fisher,
Minute.
Gaston, and
Under a minute to go. Borowski, another big game.
Thank you, one and all.
Absolutely, Ura.
We're in Chicago. Winter Classic in Wrigley. The Four Nations.
Icing.
Alex Ovechkin, goal number 895.
Wow, they call it off.
Stanley Cup playoff run.
Panthers dominate in Game 6 and Game 5. Back-to-back championships. Very hard to do, especially in hockey. That's all she wrote. Brad Marchand and the Florida Panthers, 2025 Stanley Cup champions. Good for them. Good for Marchand. Fucking Marshy. I knew Marchand would win one there. It breaks my heart, but I knew Marchand would win one.
The Panthers go back-to-back. The Stanley Cup will remain here in South Florida.
Wow. Big W. McDavid disgusted. He should be. Played like shit. Yeah, there's like 5 or 6 ex-Bruins on each of these rosters. I mean, total. There's like 5 or 6 Bruins on total between the two rosters. Why can't we get players like that?
2 in a row for head coach Paul Maurice and the Florida Panthers.
Borowski, huge game. Yup, Greer was a Bruin. Nosek, Marchand, Frederick.
Was looking down towards head coach.
Someone else too.
Remember,
someone else, I can't remember.
if the coaches and the other staff members could stay out of the handshake lines in the last round. He said it was all about the players, but Knobloch has headed back to the end of the Edmonton Oilers handshake line.
Is not in that handshake line.
Wow, Evander Kane won't shake their hands. What a piece of shit. That's a douche move. Evander Kane's a scumbag.
The Florida Panthers have won only 4 playoff series their first 28 seasons.
That's not right.
Have now won 11 series the last 3.
I don't respect people that don't go in the handshake line after. That's a scumbag move. Evander Kane talks all that shit, acts like a tough guy, acts like a killer, gets his ass beat, and can't shake the guy's hand that beat his ass. I have a problem with it. Even Nurse can be a scummy fuck. Controversial. Out there shaking hands. That's why no one likes Evander Kane. Myself included. Real scumbag move. That's why I don't respect the Detroit Pistons. All the years they beat the shit out of Jordan. When the Bulls finally beat the Pistons, they walked past Jordan and the Bulls and wouldn't shake their hands. That's a fucking scumbag move. I don't care what anyone says. You go through the line and shake hands when you beat them. And then they get the better of you and outplay you. And you don't have the fucking balls to go shake the guy's hands that competed against you 6 out of 7 games. 13 out of 14 games the last 2 years. It says a lot about someone. Evander Kane is a fucking douche. I don't care if I was crying or not. My ass would be going through that line. Isaiah Thomas and Bill Lambert and them guys did that shit to Jordan. And to this day, people don't respect him. Rightfully so. That is a scumbag fucking move. Evander Kane, you should be ashamed of yourself.
And
Seriously.
Brad Marchand
That's
ends up
bullshit.
scoring the overtime winner
That's not right.
to get him back in the series.
Paul Maurice and Jonah Gadjevich outstanding on that fourth line. What a postseason and Stanley Cup final for Brad Marchand. He's with Jackie.
Brad, congratulations. Listen, life changes quick. Nobody knows that better than you. You've talked so
My
much
guy.
this postseason about living in the moment. This is a pretty big one. How does it feel to be Brad Marchand living in it?
It's incredible. It's a feeling you can't really describe. And,
Mashi.
Seeing the family.
I'm so happy for Marchand. My favorite player.
There's nothing. Words can't put this into reality. How great it feels, and such an incredible group.
Way to go, Mashi.
Everybody wrote us off from start of playoffs. They had everybody beating us in every round, and we just had that fire, and we knew we had something special.
He might get the MVP. I hope he does.
It's incredible to be part of this group right now.
The emotion is just radiating off of you. You know, it wasn't that long ago. These guys were your most hated rivals. You're about to drink beer out of the Stanley Cup with them. How would you describe how special the bond is that you've created with these guys?
We talked about it before the game. It's such an incredible culture, and everyone that's come in here,
Mashi.
it's felt like we've been here for a lot longer than a few months, and it's a family. Guys love each other in this room, and you buy into it immediately. They embrace you. It's incredible.
Any chance you're back?
What?
Any chance you come back?
We'll see what happens here soon.
Thanks, Brad. Congratulations. Kenny, back to you.
Thanks, Jackie. He's got a lot of celebrating to do before worrying about next season. The Stanley Cup presentation coming up.
This moment, right here.
I don't know if I should tell this story. Fuck it, I'll tell it. One of my cousins. I love Brad Marchand. This has nothing to do with it. One of my cousins is Eskimo brothers with Brad Marchand. One of my cousins by marriage. Hopefully I can get him on a podcast one day to talk about it. But my cousin dated this girl, and then she ended up fucking around. They broke up, or they were arguing. They broke up, and she ended up messing around with Brad Marchand and shit. When he was down in Providence years ago. So my cousin is, I swear, my cousin by marriage is fucking Eskimo brothers with Brad Marchand. He put money on him the other night to score the game winner. Oh no, a goal and he put money on him for him to score a goal and the Panthers to win. He's like, my Eskimo brother came through. I swear to God, I'll try to fucking get him on a phone one day. But my cousin is Eskimo brothers with fucking Brad Marchand. It's not why I love Marchand so much, but true story. When Marchand was down in Providence before he got big with the Bruins, my fucking cousin dumped his girl, this younger girl he was dating that was like, you know, they were both young in college, and she ended up fucking around with Brad Marchand for a while. She said he was a fucking dork. I'd love to get them both on the fucking podcast, but she said Marchand was dorky. But she fucked around with him for a while. But good job. Good job, Red. Good job to... should I say her name? I'll say her first name. Good job to Amanda. Back in the day, helping motivate Marchand to upper echelon pussy. And good job, Brad Marchand, getting it done tonight. This is a true story. I know I have a ton of stories, but I don't lie to you guys about the stories I tell. And I never met Marchand. I'm not an Eskimo brother with him, but my cousin by marriage is his Eskimo brother. Funny shit. My cousin was all soup the other night when Marchand scored one, and he took the Panthers to win. He won like 600. He's like, my Eskimo brother hooked me up. He's too much. Can't make this shit up.
It's only fitting that this year it goes to the leading goal scorer, Sam Bennett.
Sam Bennett. Should have went to Marchand. Sam Bennett, the Conn Smythe winner.
Conn Smythe Trophy. Scored 15 goals during the postseason.
Should have went to Marchand. I'm sure Sam Bennett got Eskimo brothers too, though.
An unrestricted free agent.
Fucking
On July 1st, does he get there? A lot of people feel that he will be back here in Florida. But I mean, a perfect supporting cast at the center ice position in behind Sasha Barkov.
Saw Brad Marchand, one of the first to congratulate him. They were bitter rivals prior to Marchand becoming a member of the Panthers.
My cousin was bitter rivals with Marchand till they became Eskimo brothers. You guys think I'm kidding? I swear to God. Swear to fucking God.
The Stanley Cup.
What's an Eskimo brother? Look it up. Look it up. We used to get some hot chicks. Kai, I used to be a handsome dude, man. You wouldn't believe it.
The Stanley Cup is the most iconic trophy in sports and the most difficult to win. And while it may be difficult to win once, to do it twice.
You're gonna laugh your ass off, but it's true.
Almost impossible.
I'll look it up for you right now.
You can't.
You never heard about Eskimo
win it
brothers?
twice in a row unless you have commitment, leadership, passion, a great fan base. And a great organization, starting with Vinny and Teresa Viola, Matt Caldwell, Bill Zito, Paul Maurice.
But yeah, one of my family members in Marchand were fucking Eskimo brothers. No bullshit. It's not why I like them. I'm not on some cuck shit. But it's funny. It's true.
359 days later.
Gary Bettman, the little kike. Yeah, millions of dollars. Fucking Florida. They beat the shit out of Edmonton. Eskimo bro! Eskimo bros!
And now Barkov will take it for a spin.
I want to see my family's Eskimo bro. Mashi. Right, Ura? For real.
Something he will never, ever forget.
Right. Marchand's gonna be fucking stroking some other chicks. Where's my Eskimo bro? Not mine. Where's my cousin's Eskimo bro? That's what I want to see.
Another first-time Stanley Cup champion.
I wish I was lying. That's a true story, guys.
Popeye Jones asked Joe Sakic.
Eskimo bro.
With his son. And young Seth started playing hockey in Denver. But it's no set. Another first-time Stanley Cup champ. Welcome in the great one, Wayne Gretzky. Wayne, as you watch the celebration, the excitement, you had the opportunity to do this on 4 occasions. What's going through the mind of these first-time champions?
Well, first of all, there's no feeling like it. We always talk about how hard it is to win this trophy, and that's a fact. That's just not a rumor or a saying. But it just shows you how unique this hockey club is, that they've handed the trophy to every first-time player. I thought for sure Marchand would be the first guy to get it, but they went completely opposite direction and made sure the guys who had never won it before got to lift the Stanley Cup first, and that just shows the uniqueness of their team.
That's, you know this team very well, the Florida Panthers, as A.J. Greer gets...
Another Bruin. 2 in a row.
What has impressed you with them going back-to-back?
They're a well-oiled machine. I thought in March when they had a lot of injuries, and
Eskimo bro!
They weren't worried or concerned if they were going to finish first, second, or third. They just felt like, all right, we want our organization, we want our team to be ready physically and mentally heading into the first round. And they were. And they just got stronger as every series went along. They had goaltending, their defense. The trade they made for Seth Jones was remarkable. He filled that in like gloves. And, you know, when you have 2 guys like Ekblad and Jones that can play 28 minutes a game and play at a solid pace, and they play similar, so there's not a big change when they come off the ice. And then the continuity
Oilers got
of the
smoked.
forward group, the 4 lines, they just kept turning them over, and they just kept going at Edmonton and waves. And
Edmonton just couldn't keep the puck in the entire series. They did here and there, but they really got outplayed. Florida really beat the piss out of them. Let's keep it real. And Connor McDavid had some flashes of brilliance, but I think Connor McDavid's got to stop trying to set everyone up. What do you guys think? I know Ura will have a say on this at least. Guys that play hockey or know hockey or have an opinion. I think Connor McDavid needs to stop being a little selfish. He makes some great passes. He definitely generates goals passing the puck. But I think he's got to do a little less passing and a little more scoring. I know he wasn't healthy this entire season, but we had guys like this in soccer when I played on some really good soccer teams. Like, dude, shoot the fucking ball. Shoot the fucking ball. You got a boot. What are we doing? Like, we got to generate goals. The only way you generate goals is shooting a puck, a ball, whatever sport you play, whatever. We need to score. Defense is important, but we need to also score. And I don't think McDavid shot as much as he should have. You know, he's got to start realizing he's the fucking baddest man on the planet. You know, this was, and Hyman getting hurt fucked him. Is McDavid's contract up at this end of this year? If McDavid leaves town, where the fuck does he end up? I don't think he's gonna. I know he's Canadian. I know he wanted to go to Edmonton when he was drafted. Is there any chance if his contract's up that he leaves? I think this might have been his last year. His contract was for $100 million. $12.5 million per season. His contract expires at the end of 2025, 2026. One more year. McDavid's 11 years in. There he is. The Eskimo bro. Brad Marshy.
Oh yeah, Kenny was the same way. And Kenny was a playoff player, big game player, and that's how Marchand is. Kenny and him were a lot.
By the way, we look forward to hearing from you and the rest of the gang on post game. It's been a tremendous couple of weeks with you, as always. Great job, Grants. Thanks.
All right, thank you guys. You guys are wonderful.
All right, we'll see you later. Thanks, Wayne. Sergei Bobrovsky is standing by with Jackie.
Sergei Bobrovsky, congratulations. You've just gone back to back. What makes this one special?
It's amazing feeling. And I want to say glory to the Father and to the Son and to the Holy Spirit. You know, I dedicate again and humble and appreciate it for everything we went through. And I want to give that victory to the God. You know, I want to thank Him for everything I have, for my parents, for my family, my wife Olga, my daughter, 2 daughters, for this family. This family is amazing. So I'm blessed with everything, and I want to thank God for that and go back to work.
It's very clear that this is a very, very special group. What can you say about what these guys mean to you?
Yeah, they're amazing. I mean, the group, it's so privileged to be their goalie. You know, it's a dream come true, and to win twice that trophy, it's amazing.
Phenomenal job by Florida tonight. Absolutely phenomenal. Florida outplayed him badly the last 2 games. And Evander Kane, unless he had a fucking major injury or was going to shit his pants, should not have fucking went off that ice without shaking hands. Disgusting display of sportsmanship.
Saw you kind of standing by yourself as the crowd chanted your name.
Disgusting.
You know, we saw you kind of standing by yourself as the crowd chanted your name.
I don't
Speeches
think
he had earlier in this series here.
I think that's so
South
wrong.
Florida. He took out Podkolzin, he took out Klingberg, and next thing you know, he's got a breakaway going back the other way, and goes top shelf, and there's your MVP and leading goal scorer in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
There are the centers who scored 15 goals at it in a postseason. Wayne Gretzky, Mario Lemieux, Joe Sakic, Sidney Crosby, Sam Bennett.
Florida Panthers, your NHL Stanley Cup champions. Here goes Kachuk.
acquisition of Kachuk did for this franchise. There are his parents.
Yeah. Keith on the right, his mom Chantal on the left, and
Back to back.
July
Impressive.
22nd of 2022 is when Matthew Tkachuk became a Florida Panther and really changed the culture and the direction of this franchise. And then there's his brother Brady, the captain of the Ottawa Senators, watching in back-to-back seasons.
He would love to have the opportunity.
100%. Watching his brother hoist the Stanley Cup. And Moose talked about Gustav Forsling in the open. Just flat out awesome display of team defense by that man right there, Gustav Forsling.
Great man.
Sam Reinhart, 7 goals over the last 4 games is with Jackie.
Sam, congratulations. I see you giving thumbs up to the people over here. Is this your family over here? Is this fans or what's going on here?
Fans. I love it. Enjoying the moment.
You are one with the people. A hell of a performance tonight. A hell of a run once again for the Florida Panthers. What can you say about this one that separates it from the last one?
Just resilient. I mean, it's not easy coming back, and you know how hard it is to do. Sometimes it benefits you, and sometimes it doesn't. So, we just stuck with it. A lot has to go your way to be standing here at the end, and we were up for the task again.
Rod Marchand joins this team and feels like a perfect fit, then contributes in a massive way on this run. Why do you think he was able to fit so seamlessly into the group?
He's just a gamer. He's so competitive. I've seen it ever since I came into the league. I think everyone's seen it. That's why, he's got so much respect and people hate him so much. That's just what he is. He's a competitor. He's a warrior. He was so motivated right from day one when he got here. And that was infectious for our group.
All right, well, you guys are writing a hell of a story. Congratulations. Go celebrate.
Thank you very much.
Third Stanley Cup for Carter Verhaeghe. One with the Tampa Bay Lightning and now 2 back-to-back with the Panthers.
Gretz touched on it. The depth of this team, the matchups, whether head coach Paul Maurice is chasing it or not. At the center ice position, the depth, there's Evan Rodriguez.
And it's kind of shitty, right? This is why I talk about goalies. Borowski could have been an MVP too. Borowski played very well. No one said Borowski's name yet. Fucked up. That's why it's tough being a goalie. Because he didn't have a bunch of shutouts and this and that. Borowski was lights out tonight. Borowski was lights out a lot of these games. Being a fucking goalie is a lot like being a quarterback, but it's even quarterbacks. Because when a quarterback wins, they get all the fucking shine. But a goalie, like, a lot of the times, they don't get the fucking respect they deserve. I think Borowski, although he wasn't perfect, was phenomenal. And I just think he should be valued more than the credit they gave him. Plus, he's like 36, 37 years old, I want to say. They're probably going to let him take the last circle. But Borowski really fucking played phenomenal. I think he was overlooked a bit.
Going through everything you've gone through, following the Four Nations, Matthew, and getting to this point and winning on home ice.
This one's more rewarding to me. Just everything personally, when I had to overcome, didn't know if I was going to be playing, and it just shows how unbelievable our group is, the depth, everything, and then allowing me to kind of get my footing throughout the playoffs, and then I owe people a lot of, thank yous. Doctors, medical team, our trainers, just equipment guy, all the support staff that doesn't get a lot of credit. I would not be here without them, and I owe them this one.
Do you think the average fan has any idea what you went through, and what did you go through?
I tore my adductor off the bone, and then had some hernia thing, and all on the same side. And wanted to throw in the towel a bunch of times. I'm sure I got to thank a lot of people. For getting me healthy enough. I'm sure I wasn't the easiest to deal with. My fiance did a great job at the house on days where I probably wasn't in the best mood coming to the rink. The trainers, maybe when I wasn't in the best mood, when I was in pain. I just owe them so much, the doctors. And I really didn't think I'd be playing, or at least playing to my capabilities. So
when, Matthew? When? McDavid was horrible the last 3 games. McDavid wasn't that great in this series. I got to be honest. McDavid needs to shoot the fucking puck. I love Connor McDavid. I think he's phenomenal. But he's got to stop fucking shooting the puck on his own. And he's only got 1 year left. Who's to say he doesn't leave Edmonton next year? He's on the last year of his deal. He better win next year. He's on the last year of his deal. Someone's going to offer him a ton of fucking money. Someone's going to offer him money he can't refuse. He's going to get paid so much money by someone. If it ain't Edmonton, he's probably gone. He's approaching, 10 years in the league? How long is he going to stay in Edmonton and lose? I think Connor McDavid's getting sick of Edmonton. You saw how frustrated he was last year. Saw how fucking frustrated he was throughout this playoff. I don't think it's a guarantee Connor McDavid comes back after next year. I don't. I don't think Connor McDavid's a guarantee Oiler for the rest of his life.
Team staff were to allow him to at least get out there.
Why?
At times,
he's already made his money.
To him, he didn't know if he was going to be able to play. But for him to...
Not just that, he can make more money elsewhere. He's already made money. If he can make more money and get on a contender, he could be gone. Even if he doesn't sign this major 8-10 year deal, it could happen. Could very well happen. Yeah, he can come to Boston anytime he wants to. Is it likely he leaves Edmonton? Probably not. But he's going to get long in the tooth. Well, it's not just that, Jet. The longer he plays, the more chances there are he gets hurt. You got to think about it from a business standpoint. We look at things as fans. From a business standpoint, it's not all his fault. But other players that aren't as good as him have sealed the deal. And he got a little bit unlucky this year. No, they won't trade him. Unless they can get like 6 or 7 first-round picks. They're not going to deal him unless there's no other option and he's not going to sign. But this is the problem with franchises that are successful or get to the finals all the time. Look at the Patriots. All those years, they didn't have to worry about a quarterback. Didn't have to worry about it. Now they got to find a quarterback and a fucking coach. They struggle for years. Everything goes in cycles. It all goes in cycles. You can't spend that kind of money forever and keep the rest of your team together on top of it. Unless you've got a guy that'll play for a discount. I think McDavid's going to get tired of playing up there because they've given him help. But some of the pieces they've given him are older. Like Hyman, he's older. Got hurt. Perry, older. Played as hard as he could. Couldn't come through. I don't think he was tired of playing. I think he just got Florida was the better team. Florida played the better game. Look at every time Edmonton got that puck in their zone. What happened? Every time Edmonton finally got the puck into the Florida end, it got sent right back into the neutral zone or sent up ice. And Florida just kept playing lines. Florida could roll 4 lines. Edmonton couldn't. Edmonton didn't have the depth Florida had. Florida had all their lines figured out. They controlled the neutral zone. Mentally, physically, whatever. It's the same thing. It didn't matter what line Florida rolled out. They were ready. And McDavid didn't shoot the puck. I think that's half his problem. He don't shoot enough. He's always trying to facilitate. Hyman's not out there with him on the power play. Hyman's not on the second or third line like he may be. Or they move Perry to the second or third line or however they wish to do it. Florida had too much depth. But when you're the best player on your team, you're supposed to step up. It's the same thing with Tyrese Halliburton. We've been seeing Tyrese Halliburton supposed to be the best player on his team. Shits the bed. Shits the bed, shits the bed, shits the bed. Your best player cannot shit the bed. Yeah, I mean, he pulled the goalie way too early tonight. I would have started getting Skinner in game 5. Florida had their number, man. Florida was just the better team. Florida was deeper. Florida played more consistent. Florida knew the way they wanted to play. Florida played how the Boston Bruins played when they won their championship against the Vancouver Canucks. Rolling 4 lines. We're running 4 lines nonstop. Dump and chase. We control everything in the neutral zone. spit it back into their end, and forecheck. When we get it into their end, we forecheck, try to create turnovers. When their puck comes into over our blue line, we're firing it into the neutral zone and getting it the fuck out. Florida played very simple hockey. They didn't do anything special. They just did everything right. It's kind of common sense, right? The puck comes into your blue line, get it the fuck out of there. They're not going to score on your goalie usually if the puck's not in your own end. It's like football. Keep them out of your fucking red zone. Same kind of idea. Different sport. It's not fucking brain surgery. And Florida, every time that puck came in, just about, they cleared it. They did not fuck around. They did not give up their blue line easily. They were the far better defensive team. They didn't turn the puck over in their own end, hardly at all. The Oilers constantly turned their puck over in their own end, especially the last two games. And it cost them. It cost them. Keep it simple, stupid. You ever hear of that? It's called KISS. My coaches used to tell me that as a kid. Keep it simple, stupid. Don't try to do too much. Make the right play. And everything. Any type of sport. Keep it simple, stupid. I still remember it today. I watched the game and I'm like, it hits me. Keep it simple, stupid. And just Florida butchered them. With effort. With effort and just smart, fundamental hockey. Smart, fundamental hockey. And they were deeper. They were deeper. They were tougher. Edmonton committed a ton of turnovers, a ton of penalties. It's the same thing in basketball that we're seeing with the Pacers. Granted, the Thunder have gotten more calls, but there wasn't a single penalty tonight. There was one, actually, a 4-on-4. Nobody scored. But Florida just kept it simple. They didn't fall asleep at fucking face-offs. They didn't fall asleep in line changes. They weren't afraid to shoot the puck. They forechecked. They kept the puck in the other end zone. Florida did all the little things right. And that's why they're a champion. They did every little thing right. And the Oilers did every little thing wrong. It's that simple. That's my take on it. The Oilers did every simple thing wrong. And some things went the wrong way, and there's little things you could talk about here and there. Nothing that would change the series. Florida just did everything simple, perfect. How many times did we watch Edmonton get the puck into the Florida end and it was fired right back out? How many hours did we watch a hockey that happened? At least an hour. Every time that puck got into Florida's end, pretty much, it was right back out. Even on power plays, Florida scored. Florida had I mean, the Oilers had man advantages, and Florida scored shorthanded. Florida totally outperformed the Oilers. And Florida's depth really shined through. And I don't think Florida does it without Brad Marchand. I'll tell you that much. Brad Marchand, 6 goals. That's your series. There's your series. Can't really do much but tip your cap. Florida did their thing. Well, I'm going to call it a night. I got midget wrestling. I got to go to sleep. I got to get ready. Florida Panthers, you're 2025 NHL Stanley Cup champions. Game 6. Victory over the Oilers. Please like, share, subscribe if you haven't. I got to hit the hay. Hoorah. I'll see you mañana. The rest of you guys, I'll see you Thursday. Peace.